Mike and Gina sitting in a tree. Okay, I think we're live. Hi, Gina. How are you?
Hello, Gina.
Mike and Gina sitting in a tree. Wait, we have to write a song to this. Hold on. How do you sing that to Black Sabbath? Mike and Gina sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Mike and Gina sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
First comes love.
Then comes marriage.
Then comes baby in a baby carriage.
Sucking his thumb, wetting his pants, doing the hula hula dance.
Mike and Gina sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G. She's probably laughing.
Oh my.
Good version.
That was, yeah, we got to work on that.
Yeah.
That was off the cuff, too.
Yeah, right.
We can work on that.
You can make that even better.
Hi, happy hippie. How's married life? We got a big show today, man. David got 4 ounces back from the cops at Keyport.
Big success.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's huge.
That just happened. I'm going to call him. He's on the highway. I'm going to call him anyway. I hope he's listening.
It's a big victory for all patients.
It does. I told David it helps a lot of people. Because now you got 4 ounces back. So now patients are going to be like, hey, I want my 4 ounces back too. I'm going to make a phone call. Get your weed back. If the cops took your weed, go get it back. Patrick Duff. Good evening, sir.
Patrick Duff.
We got some events coming up, too. We got Read for Madness coming up. We got Camden, Mayor Moron from Camden.
There's a couple really good ones coming up.
Yeah, we got the Brick meeting.
The Wall Township one.
Wall Township, another one. Woo. You got you and Gina getting together.
On the 9th.
On the 9th.
Yeah, so there's a lineup.
That should be hot. All on tonight's podcast. Big show tonight. Hey, where's Burrini?
Yeah, where is Burrini?
I gotta work, Lefty.
Okay. Coming up, Mike's gonna write a love song for Gina. Woohoo! Woo-woo!
Bring in the boss one. I'm gonna get mine. Go do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't tell me how you're off and down. When you're smiling in my face, but you play me like a clown. Ain't you fool, bitch? So just step back. Or I'm mad dad when I come down straight. I thought you were my piece, but you play me out. Now I'm mad as hell, and I'm full of doubt. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty. Let's roll. I'm back on the scene. It's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. For what people stay, they sway. For today is good as any day. Y'all feel slightly dis, let's resist. Raise your fist and pump like this. Promises all the time. Don't cross the line, and you know it's mine. Who you wanna roll with? Who you wanna roll with? Lefty.
It's Thursday.
January 3rd.
Happy New Year. And it sure is happy for one medical cannabis patient in Keyport today.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
He's got 4 extra ounces. Oh, man. Well, he doesn't have 4 extra ounces. The cops took his weed in June or July, so he was actually out for all those months.
So he got back his 4 ounce.
Yeah, he got it back. But he was out of weed for a while, too. That's kind of fucked up.
It's a long time to be out of, that's a good amount, and a good amount of time to be out of it.
Man, how do you treat patients that way? Sad.
Put him through the ringer.
Yeah. More hoops to jump through for the sick and the dying.
Ladders to climb.
Ladders to climb. Sad. At least he wasn't beat up on a bicycle, on a Schwinn.
Yeah, and pepper sprayed, so there's that. Things could have been different.
Could have been worse. They could have taken your 4 ounces and beat the shit out of you.
Which is usually what happens in those situations.
Yeah. Take your Schwinn. Or was it a Huffy?
It was the Huffy.
It was a Huffy, sorry.
Yeah, it was the Huffy.
Sorry, big difference.
But, you know, it stood the tackle.
It did.
You know? All I had to do was take one of the fenders and just kind of bend it back, fix the handlebars, straighten them out, and I was good to go.
Tough bike.
And I got my joint back. I did have a joint that they gave me back.
They gave you the joint back?
Yeah. It was in my doob tube. Had a sticker on it.
Oh, so they felt bad for you after they beat you up then?
I don't think they felt bad for me, but
They gave you a joint back.
they gave me the joint back. Yeah.
Wow. That was fun going to the council meeting that day, though, with the wheelchair.
Yeah, that was a good time. We made the situation heard.
Yeah.
Mayor Anthony Vaz.
He
cracks me up.
Yeah, he was like this the whole time.
He's such a little guy. He's like so small.
He was so embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole time he had his hands on his head and he was just.
Oh, God, why now?
Yeah.
Why me? Why my police again? Again, my cops are beating people up again.
He just wanted to go fishing. That's all he wanted to do.
It's the cost of doing business in Seaside.
Yeah. Rich doing business.
Every
yeah.
year, the cops are beating people up in Seaside.
Yep. Summertime, on the weekends, all that craziness. That's what they love to extract that revenue.
Yeah, I like good cops. I don't like bad cops.
Mm-hmm.
I stick up for the good ones.
Yeah, the good ones are great.
Is that me? Yeah. Sorry. So, Mikey, you're going to play some guitar for us today, which will be fun.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Little guitar.
Yeah, I'll do a couple songs.
Write a song for Gina.
I could do that.
Yeah. You have to woo her.
I could woo her with the tune.
Yeah, I think that'll work. I think you're ready. She's already, like, on the fence with you, and I think you're just going
The
to...
song could just, like, go right over the
One
top.
song is going to be like, oh,
Get the right song, right?
oh,
Get the right song in the right mood.
oh, Mikey.
And just go over the top with the whole thing.
That's the spot. Yeah, you're gonna get that spot. I could feel it. Good for you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Thank you.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. But it's funny because you have this love-hate relationship with her because you have this battle, this legal, almost like legal battle.
Right.
Political battle.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have this love thing with her, too.
Well, you know, in many marriages, that's kind of what it is, a love and hate thing. So, you know.
Yeah. It's like you're married with her.
It's
Kinda.
I try to stay out of things, and then, you know, I mean, our personalities, you know, I stay back, she's up front, she's vocal.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like a long-distance marriage.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of works.
Yeah, you got to navigate those waters, though, so to speak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you got to have the right boat, and you have to have the right motor, and the waves got to be in the right tide, all that good stuff.
Little man in the boat.
Little man in the boat.
Got to work on that. Oh, man. Are we really going there?
I think we just did.
Gina, you can call in anytime you want, dear.
Yeah, you can put the number up for her.
You know what? I think I will. Hang on. Show is yours for like
In fact,
2 minutes.
you should call in, Gina. Everybody would like to hear from you. I wouldn't mind having a chat with you on the airwaves.
Okay, there's our number. Be dialing, people. Be dialing. Give us a call. We got a lot to talk about, but we'll take your calls, too, while we're talking.
People want to know. They want to know about our love-hate relationship, so kind of not fair for me to just talk about it.
No, let's hear it
So
from
give a
both
call.
sides. Yeah. Let's hear both sides of the story here. And now what about, now, isn't she already spoken for in some ways?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there is that.
Does that involve you at all, too?
Well, I should say, I am blocked for 3 days.
You're
right
blocked.
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So there's a reason why you're not talking to her. It's not
Well,
personal.
yeah, I am blocked right now.
Blocked.
So,
He's not mad at you, Gina. He's blocked. So am
Right.
I. I'm in Facebook jail, too.
Facebook jail, 3 days.
I just did like 23 days, 24 days. I got 6 more to go.
Yeah, that's a long time for Facebook jail.
They got me. Well, they're after me.
Got you good, yeah.
Yeah. I got to be good. I can't lose my Facebook account. All my videos are on there.
Yeah, you lose that, you're screwed.
All my whole life's on Facebook.
That's how they set it up.
Yeah.
They set it up and
They bring you in like
violate those community standards.
But what's a community standard?
Well, the thing is this. What I said was POS. I said, what a POS. I forgot the T. I meant what a post, In the thread, the comments, how like comments are considered posts.
Didn't you tell them that?
Well, no, I just debated it or whatever, checked off, fight it or whatever the hell the thing
Yeah.
was. And then they said they were still against it.
A misspelling. You can't misspell words.
I forgot the T.
So you can't misspell anymore on Facebook. Wow.
I guess so. But the other thing is, I mean, some people report, some people, I've never reported anybody.
No, me neither.
I've only been reported one time before, and it was a 24-hour Facebook jail. So this is only my second time being in Facebook jail.
Wow. Anybody try to take your manhood in jail yet?
Not yet.
Not until now.
Not yet, but I just got there. There's always someone trying to do that.
Give it time.
Give it time, right. Anything can happen.
Share your milk with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Trade you for
Give your milk up. Yeah.
trade you for some coffee cakes.
Get your packs of butter stolen. Get your your juice carton stolen.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Wayne. Oh my God. Another connect the dots with Wayne. Again with Wayne. Wayne knows Chris Christie. Wayne knows him. Wayne knows this. Wayne knows that. Now, who does Wayne know?
Too good.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, this is a good one.
All right, let's back this up. First of all, oh my God, we're going to see, where are we going to see this guy?
We're going to Oceanport.
Oceanport.
Jeffstown. Yep.
And this guy is speaking. His name is Barry
Michael Barry. Well, he's got a couple of different.
DeLeon.
Michael Barry DeLeon, I guess his name is. Michael DeLeon.
I have to get his videos up here because this is an
Yeah,
interesting character.
He's an interesting character, is right. And he's got videos on YouTube. He's got this documentary. It's like an hour long called Marijuana X.
Yeah. Now, is it pro or against?
Well, the Marijuana X is super anti-cannabis. But then I found another video where he was saying that he wasn't against like adult use. There's like a lot of things that need to be cleared up because it's pretty spotty. But for the most part, he's very, very, very anti-cannabis. His whole thing is he's in the whole recovery thing, and
Okay.
he's supposed to be,
He's anti-rec, recreation,
anti-recreational. Yeah, he's
but not medical, though, specifically.
apparently. Well, that's the thing. I wish we could talk to him. I wish we could have a conversation with him.
I have his number.
Maybe we should give him a call.
We have his number on one of his videos. At the end of this video,
It has the number,
he
right?
puts the number.
Just give him a call.
Give me a second. Let me get the video up. You sent me some videos here, which are very interesting.
Yeah, the one with the number at the end is like a 3-minute video or something.
All right, let me find it here. Oh, jeez. You sent it to me on here. All right. See, I'm not prepared to do this.
But he's an interesting character.
He went to jail for how many years?
Well, he was sentenced to 20, I want to say, but I know he did 10 years, and then he did 2 years in a halfway house, and then 3 years on parole. And the incident was in '95, and he must have gotten out sometime, I guess, in '08, something like that.
Where did you send me those videos?
Oh, you know what? They were probably. I can find
Facebook or
I think in maybe a group or something.
was it a group? Nah, you sent them to me personally.
I did.
Pretty sure, but I don't see it here.
Yeah, once I type his name in, it's like right there.
Sorry, this isn't the best radio.
It's this one, New Creation, Message of Michael DeLeon. See the one with the red bar on the bottom? Already been viewed.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll look it up here. All right. Hang on 1 second. What's the title?
New Creation, Message of Michael DeLeon. And let me see. I can just go to the end here.
Okay, I got it.
You got it?
All right. First of all, I didn't like him at all. When I heard that he killed his mother on Mother's Day, that he pled guilty to killing his mother on Mother's Day, and he wants to speak to children, I'm like,
Yeah, it's a rough one.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Doesn't feel right.
I'm like, wait, Jeff should be speaking. Mike should be speaking. I should be speaking. Somebody else should be speaking. Not this guy.
How is he going to relate to kids with something like, I murdered my mom, and what is he, 50? Something like that?
That's you're normalizing murder.
Yeah, I don't see.
But then I started watching his videos, and I see that he's a Christian. And that actually just does change things with me a little bit because
Claims he's a Christian.
he claims he's a Christian, and I know that when I go to heaven, or if I go to heaven, there's going to be murderers and rapists up there because Jesus died for those people. That's just a fact. So Jesus died for people to do this dumb shit.
Right.
That's unfortunate, but he might be really sorry, and he might be a real Christian now. Who knows? But I'd like to talk to him and find out.
Right.
I'd like to ask him.
Yeah, he's worth having a chat with, for sure.
Let's hear his tape here. Let's hear his 3 minutes of whatever. Is this you playing guitar? Sounds like
I
me.
wish I could tell you that I grew up in a terrible place. I had terrible parents. I went to a lousy school in a terrible district. I wish I could tell you that I was dealt a bad hand. But I wasn't.
He's over at Lake Mohawk. They have good restaurants there. Just saying.
Is that where he is?
Yeah.
Nice.
I grew up in Lake Mohawk, Sparta, New Jersey. Had two amazing parents. Went to a great school in a great school district. I had every protective factor you could have as a kid. I had amazing law enforcement in my life, role models that gave me good advice. And somewhere along the way, I decided to experiment with drugs. And drugs nearly destroyed my life. Drugs led to my gang involvement and caused the death of my mom. Almost caused the death of my 5-year-old daughter at the time and my wife. Destroyed our family.
So wait a minute. Is he saying that somebody else killed his mother?
That's what it sounds like. Who's he talking about? The Bloods? The Crips? What kind of gang?
The gang killed his mother?
That's what
He's
it's-
inferring?
It sounds like maybe he took a plea deal. Maybe they killed his mother. Maybe he strangled his mother. I guess all that's unclear. There's a lot of things that are unclear about him. And he also goes by Michael and then Barry. It's confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are you today, Michael or Barry?
Sent me to prison for 10 years and 2 years in a halfway house and 3 years on parole. But I'm not who I was. I'm not who I was, and I owe that to Jesus Christ.
Rockin' song. Kick gas. Got that nice minor chord.
Don't get my video muted, Facebook. This might mute me. I gotta watch with that copyrighted music.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Michael. Speak up. He's just playing music now. That's it?
That's a crutch.
What? Oh, here he's back.
I wish I had a different story. I wish I had the kind of story that most people in the church have. I don't. And because I have the story I have, I feel I'm able to talk to kids and give them some insight on how easy it is to really follow.
Why?
Why kids, though?
Why?
Why not just talk to, why does it got to be kids?
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't know if he's the most relatable person to be speaking with children. I mean, I understand the whole recovery thing, and you got to respect that and everything.
Yeah.
But I think with the whole strangling the mom and I just think it's too much. I think it's too much for her.
Yeah, it's a little extra.
Yeah.
Christ, how easy it is to really stay grounded in your faith and in your church and not get distracted with drugs, with alcohol, with, choices and decisions that take you away from your faith and put you in a place where you might never come back from.
He seems over the top religious. And from what I understand from Wayne, who was his cellmate, that's the connection of the dots there. Wayne Burrini, our friend, our co-host, was his cellmate.
What do you think about that? Boom.
Boom! And Wayne says he's afraid of this guy.
That's the part that blows my mind. That's the part that's been tripping me out for a little while. I heard that, and I'm thinking, how does that compute?
Yeah.
So that leans toward that maybe the guy is psycho.
Yeah, and here we are poking at him.
Yeah, right.
What are we doing?
Kids really listen. They're engaged. The message is real. The message is powerful. And I can really be a living example of 2 Corinthians 5:17, how I am a new creation in Christ.
Is that kick-ass song again?
It's a little extra with the,
Oh, I think here the numbers are going to be coming up.
You're killing me with this copyrighted music here. I need to play music that's not copyrighted. Come on. Come on, end this music, please.
Why does he keep saying he wishes he had a different story? He's supposed to own that shit.
Oh, here's his number. Okay, I have his number. You want to call him?
Yeah.
You really do?
I think so.
All right. This should be fun.
I mean, that is his number.
That's his number. He put it out there, and we are the press.
He put it out there for exactly a moment like this.
And I'm going to give him a chance. I'm really going to give him a chance. That's all I can do. All right, let's see.
Hopefully he'll answer.
Yeah.
Michael, answer. Let's get you on the airwaves. Discuss a couple things. I got a couple questions.
Oh, this should be good.
This is Darla. How can I help you?
Hi, it's Lefty Grimes. You're on the air. We'd like to speak to Michael DeLeon.
Sure. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you. This is interesting.
Hello?
Is this Michael DeLeon?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Lefty Grimes. You're on the air with Sativa Cross. We were just watching one of your videos online, and I was actually very impressed with what I've seen here. Originally, I was a little nervous about you speaking at some places in New Jersey. There was a place you're supposed to speak. Oceanport. And some of the residents that were nervous about you speaking. But after watching your video, I'd like to hear more about what you have to say about your whole situation.
Yeah, would you be willing to talk to us?
Yeah, who's this again?
My name is Lefty Grimes. We do a podcast. We do a podcast at the New Jersey State House every week at the State House. And right now we're in for the winter now. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a medical cannabis patient, and I fight for the sick and the dying of New Jersey. I'm not necessarily for legalization, but I am for helping patients. And I'd like to know how you feel about that.
Okay, well, I have about 12 vials of CBD oil on my dining room table right now, so
Go
I've
CBD.
had all 12 of them tested.
Oh,
Yeah, listen, dude. Yeah, the people that are slandering me and defaming me and talking out of their rear end on the Facebook, from Oceanport. They've never met me. They don't know me. They think they know me, and they think they know my position. And why would they be upset about me coming to talk about kids avoiding smoking, inhaling, dabbing marijuana under the age of 21 is beyond me. But medical marijuana is one thing if you look at the molecules. You understand?
Yeah.
The molecules of marijuana, cannabidiol, CBD1, CBD2, CBD3. Most of the stuff that's out there in retail is not even being tested. I have 12 vials of CBD oil on the table. All has been tested by the state police at the Rock in West Trenton, and not one of them lists the ingredients that's in the bottle on the bottle. So they're selling stuff that's not even being tested, endangering people. You know, we're really endangering a lot of people. We shouldn't be doing that.
Who is selling stuff that's endangering people?
CBD, or it's being sold all over the internet. You have no idea what's in the product.
The ones you're referring to, were they bought off the internet, or were they bought off of a corner store, or
Both. California, I just bought 3 bottles in California, one in Colorado Springs, at a medical marijuana dispensary, a licensed medical marijuana dispensary. And so this stuff is not tested. So I believe in cannabidiol. I believe in CBD. What legalization has done is really destroyed what we could possibly find, the medicinal benefits from CBD molecules.
It's hurting patients in New Jersey, that's for sure.
It's hurting patients across the country. That plant was not put on this earth without benefits, okay? There's molecules in marijuana and cannabis and, you know, it's hemp-based cannabis that could benefit people. But that's not what this industry is after. I know you know a company by the name of Monsanto.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I don't believe 90% of the people who are pro marijuana, which I don't even know what that means anymore. I guarantee you 90% of the people who are pro marijuana don't even know who Monsanto is or what Monsanto is up to. They don't know what the tobacco industry is up to. They don't know what the pharmaceutical industry is up to. The marijuana plant has been destroyed and genetically modified into a drug called THC, put in concentrates, put in oils, and sold without any vetting. And that's a problem. So I used to be in that fight. That used to be my big fight. That's what I wanted to get behind. But the country is so uneducated on what is happening with marijuana that I decided about 2 years ago that I'm out of that fight. I have a sequel to the marijuana documentary that I did, and I'm not even going to put it out because I'm sick of the fight. I'm sick of these people in Oceanport that think they know me, these slanderous, defaming people who don't even know what they're talking about, slandering and defaming me, going back 25 years to bring up the skeletons of my past, which, fine, whatever you need to do. What bothers me is kids, and that's all I care about. So my entire mission, my entire, fight is for kids. And if you're someone who wants kids to ingest THC through a pipe, you want to watch kids under the age of 18 dab, you want to watch 12-year-old kids buy THC pods off the internet and from China and have it sent to them UPS, and you want kids 14, 15, 16 years of age to dab 97% THC concentrate in a wax, yeah, you're an asshole. And you're a piece of garbage. And I'll fight all day for kids. But marijuana use of adults, I don't have an opinion anymore. I don't have a public opinion. I don't have a personal opinion. If you want to sit in your house and get high, I don't have an opinion.
So when you go to these
medical
schools,
use of the
when you go to these schools and you do these talks and whatnot, do you speak about the medical marijuana at this point, or do you leave it out? How do you educate the kids on the benefits of the
number one, kids shouldn't be educated about medical marijuana in school. Okay, medical marijuana for adults. Okay, and I think that we should I think that we should have, and I'm no fan of the FDA, but at least if the FDA was testing all the products that we could make, Epidiolex, Satinex, Marinol, at least we can get those products into the hands of parents to help their children.
Unfortunately, if we're not teaching the kids about medical marijuana and these children have parents that use medical marijuana, you're leaving that situation up for those children who have parents to explain to the other kids about it.
Okay. No, see, it's an issue that doesn't need to be talked about in school. Kids don't need to be educated by me, by an educator, by a principal, by a health teacher, by anybody about CBD cannabidiol. I talk a little bit about it. I was in Oceanport. I went to that school. I talked to the kids about medical marijuana. There is a huge difference between true CBD, tested and vetted medical marijuana, and what people are selling as medical marijuana. If you believe that everything that's out there being sold as medical marijuana is valid and tested and safe, well, then you're not informed.
From my dispensary, it is tested.
In New Jersey, it is all tested from the dispensaries.
And I have to use a high THC for my my problem because I used to be on opiates for 10 years. I was on 90 milligrams of Oxy every 3 hours. I got off all those pills using cannabis, and I use cannabis now for my stenosis, for my artificial disc, and my lumbar, my fusion.
Okay.
I got a lot of pain, and it really helps me a lot.
And where's the problem then?
I believe it is tested in New Jersey.
Okay, fine, but that's great. But where's the problem? That's what I'm saying. Where's the problem with what you just said?
There is no problem with that. I just can't get my medicine because of legalization. Like I told you, legalization puts me at the end of a long line, and by the time I get to the front of that line, what I need is usually gone.
Yeah, we struggle a lot in this state as patients.
And it's because of stigma that I have that problem.
Right, but listen, there's very, very little stigma, hindering medical marijuana patients from the general public. Most of the public believes marijuana.
Well, the public does, but some towns are actually banning our medicine, so we can't get cannabis and say...
No,
it's happened all over the state.
Towns should not ban medical... Towns should not ban CBD, cannabidiol, vetted, tested medical
we applaud
marijuana.
that. We applaud that.
Thank you.
No town should ban that. No town in New Jersey or England should ban that.
It's crazy.
We like to hear that.
But, okay, period. No town. But recreational, high-content THC sold in edibles that's not tested. I personally have tested more marijuana than anybody you can put up against me across this country.
Me and Lefty have tested a lot of marijuana ourselves.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of products that are not what they're supposed to be. Okay? They're not. And it's messing up because we're not studying it. We're actually hurting patients. We're actually hurting people who could benefit from the plant by legalization. I believe legalization is the worst possible thing to happen to the medical benefits and the possibilities that we could gain from cannabis. But people don't want to listen to it. You're either pro-marijuana or you're against it. You're either some reefer madness freak. These people in Oceanport, some of these people on social media, they're true scumbags. They're blasting and slandering a person they've never met. They have no idea what he stands for.
Yeah, that's why. Okay? Yeah, that's why I want to call you. I want to clear this up.
We were trying to get some clarity. That was the reason for the call.
Yeah, because you seem like a nice guy from one of the videos I'm watching. You seem like a nice guy. I'm Christian too, so I got to give you a chance because if you say you're Christian, I got to take your word for it, and I believe you.
But why are these people slandering me, and they've never even picked the phone to call me? I guarantee you they have. Listen, I guarantee you they haven't watched any of my stuff. They haven't looked. You know what I mean? I don't get paid. I don't get paid to speak. I don't think they also goes to 600 schools a year to talk to kids and doesn't get paid for it. Show me one person in America who does that, who has a past like mine, a case like mine, a prison experience like mine, and is willing to go out there and put it all out there on Front Street.
I'm with you. I do the same thing, and I think we're going to get together, me and you, because I'm with you on a lot of this stuff you're saying. I really am.
The worst slander. It's funny when the Oceanport Police Department called me and asked me if they could come speak at the event with me. I said, of course, 100% you come speak with. and they said they were looking on Facebook for these people, and it's funny, they know all the people that are out on the Facebook slandering me.
What kind of stuff was being said?
They're very well known in the town. See, here's another problem. The purists, the marijuana purists, the people that have been smoking marijuana for 50 years, okay, they're the most upset about what's happening. People like you who benefit to get off of opioids and to be on, even if it is high THC, which I would love to find, I would love to study that, to be on high THC marijuana in your home to alleviate your pain.
It's very much needed.
Screwing people. We're screwing people like you. We're screwing over people like you with what we're doing with legalization in this country. I really believe that cannabidiol has so many medicinal benefits that we are so doing so much damage to people like you because what we're doing with legalization. Listen, it's not a Schedule 1 drug. It shouldn't be a Schedule 1 drug. There's medicinal benefits in the plant. But when we blast THC up to 80 and 90%, 100% in a crystal, I don't think that CBD can do anything. And we're seeing real problems with kids. So the most zealous marijuana medical patient or marijuana advocate in New Jersey couldn't sit down at a table with me and walk away not agreeing with 90% of what I stand for. But they won't sit down and talk to me. So I'm some anti-marijuana reefer madness kind of person, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. Couldn't be farther from the truth. So.
You didn't just take a bong hit, did you? I heard you cough.
Was that a bong hit you just did?
Yeah, if some 40-year-old man wants to smoke weed in his house, he doesn't have any medical issues whatsoever, and he wants to smoke weed in his house. That's also something I'm not against.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be against anything like
that's
that.
Fine.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get in your car and endanger the rest of the people because it is impairing. It does impair driving. Anybody who says it doesn't is not telling the truth. But how do we keep it out of the hands of kids?
You know, I think we all want safe roads.
Decriminalization is one thing. Quasi-legalization is another thing. How do we do it and put it into the hands of people who are not going to abuse it? I don't know how we do that. And I also don't know how we legalize it, keep it out of the hands of kids. But my mission is to educate kids because here's another problem that we have. People want to say that marijuana is not a gateway, that THC is not a gateway. And that's 100% untrue. Is THC a gateway for everyone who uses it, a gateway to other drugs? Absolutely not. So why can't we be truthful? And why can't we be honest? And why can't we sit down and make solutions without endangering people, without endangering society, and without endangering people who could possibly get addicted to high-content THC, develop psychosis to high-content THC, develop other problems, respiratory problems, circulatory problems with contaminants.
Michael, I don't know about that. As a gateway drug, I believe there's 10% of people that will abuse everything. Food, gambling, sex. There's 10% of our population that have a problem with anything. Anything will be a gateway to them. The 90% of us, it's not. You can stop using cannabis at any time and not want to use cocaine or acid.
Yeah, with no problem, with no issues.
I know a lot of people that don't use anything else but cannabis.
Right.
So myself, I don't use anything but cannabis. That's it. I don't even drink.
Right.
I use cannabis and that's it. I'm having surgery next week, on my neck.
When did you start using them?
I started using when I was a teenager.
All right.
So yeah.
There's a lot. I have something like somebody said that I had something on my website saying marijuana is a gateway drug, which is untrue. I have something called the trifecta gateway. alcohol, nicotine, and marijuana. And 90% of every inmate over 7,000, every addict over 10,000 that I've interviewed started with 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 3. Marijuana, nicotine, and alcohol between the age of 10 and 18. So you're saying 10%? I'd say you're probably correct when marijuana was marijuana. But when marijuana started being genetically modified in 2011, 2012, and we started seeing flower over 30%, which I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think you could get flower THC over 30%. I actually told people that was actually impossible, but it's not impossible. And then we started butane and propane extracting the THC out of the plant, putting it in waxes, and we have 80, 90, 100% pure THC. I don't know that we can actually say 10% of people who add those kind of products are going to become addicted to it. I think it's going to be much higher. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's exactly what I need for my pain is a high THC oil.
There's a lot of patients that need a high THC content.
And here's the other
100%?
issue. No, I don't need 100%. That's ridiculous. But I do need a high content. But here's the thing.
In a wax, in a wax that you would smoke on a pipe?
No, I use
a dab?
I use a vape. I use a vape pen, and I try to use I try to press my bud, so I have resin. So I don't use a butane extraction. I don't like to extract with the chemicals. So I try to press it when I can. But it's very expensive. In New Jersey, it's $500 an ounce, and I don't have that kind of money.
And we can't home grow. How do you feel about the fact that we can't home grow as patients? Because you seem to be compassionate about the fact that we deal with a lot.
I think if you have a medical marijuana card, I wish our state would start treating medical marijuana patients as real patients instead of you know.
We applaud that one as
people
well.
Who are,
Thank you. Thank you.
And listen, I'm no fan of friggin' state of New Jersey, and I don't. As long as we're going to get money, you know what I mean. But to get high concentrate THC out of the plant and you can grow it, I wish you didn't have to grow it though. I wish you didn't have to grow it. Why can't we have a commercial operation where actual high content THC is grown and you don't have to pay $500 a friggin' ounce, and you can get what you need? If you can stay off OxyContin, and that is the way, even if it's high THC, I don't know why we can't accommodate that without commercializing and legalizing it and putting it in stores and having every vape shop in New Jersey sell untested, product to kids. I mean, just go to Craigslist and look what you can buy, Now
I see your point now. You're saying that the CBD that you're buying from all these different stores, it's all different, it's all untested. And if legalization happens, that's going to be the same story around around New Jersey, at least, or the nation. We'll have
it's worse.
It'll get worse.
It's worse. I think so. You're handling your pain, and 3 years from now, we find out that you have a tumor. We finally you have COPD because you've been vaping CBD, and there's diacetyl in it, or propylene glycol in order to vape it, Some of the CBD has propylene glycol in it, diacetyl. When diacetyl is heated up to a point in order for it to vapor into the lungs, it turns into something else. It turns into a volatile organic compound. So now we've got respiratory problems where we were giving people THC for their pain or their PTSD or their MS. I mean, I know a woman who uses high-content dabs. They buy their stuff offline and it gets sent to their house, and I've seen her completely change after a hit. I don't want anybody standing in the way of that. But I don't want to be sitting here 3 years from now and she's dying from COPD or CORD or something. What was the point? You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Suboxone. I got a lot of people attack me because I don't believe in long-term medication-assisted treatment. I don't want someone on Suboxone for 7 years or methadone for 10 years.
It's a scam.
It's a
scam. Suboxone's a scam. You're right. It's an absolute scam. They try to put me on that crap.
It's a total scam. Do you have any idea how many people attack me because of that? Attack the hell out of me. And all I care about is the person. I don't want them. Listen, I don't want you having to smoke high-content THC for pain. I don't want you to be in pain. But if the only way to get rid of your pain is smoking high content THC, I damn sure don't want the state of New Jersey or law enforcement getting in your way.
Sure, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't want the commercial industry taking advantage of you, treating you as a puppet in order to use your case as a means to just commercialize a drug that all they want to do is hook the next generation of kids. Because one thing I disagree with you on, I don't think it's 10% people who use high-content THC will become addicted to it. I think it's going to be a lot higher. But I can't prove that to you. And I can't disprove your 10% number. I can't disprove it. I just don't want kids recreationally using marijuana or using it as a way to deal with their anxiety or their depression or their fact that they only have 4 friends on Facebook that follow them or Instagram. And I believe that you feel the exact same way. So
I sure do.
Now, what grades?
you and every one of your colleagues who would sit down with me, I guarantee it, every single one of us, I guarantee it, we'll get up from the table and we'll agree on 90% of everything.
Now, do you
But
speak
obviously that's
to
not what-
grade school, high school students?
Well, 4th grade to a degree, 4th and 5th grade, but I don't really want to talk to kids about drugs in 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah, because I was going to
You
ask
know,
you how you
I-
approached that.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very gingerly. It's all age appropriate. Middle school, another thing I sometimes get attacked because I tell kids alcohol's not a drug. See, we're telling kids alcohol's a drug, and then what they're doing, you used an example earlier, and it's true. You don't want me talking to a kid in school about all marijuana is bad, right? Because then the parents using medical marijuana, and the kid goes home and they said in school that what you're doing is bad.
Right, and then the kid's teaching
That's
the
really,
next kid.
That's really not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay? Now we got more problems at home. And I can tell you that most health teachers, most health curriculums, most drug curriculums in schools across our country are doing that exact same thing. Okay? They're doing that exact same thing. They're teaching kids that drugs are bad. They're teaching kids that alcohol is a drug. Listen, I can't drink alcohol because I'm an alcoholic, okay? So if I drink alcohol, there's going to be a problem. But there's people that can drink alcohol responsibly, okay? So why do I want a kid going home and having a problem with their parent? Because they drink alcohol responsibly. And I told the kid that alcohol is a drug. So I tell the kid alcohol is a drug for me. Alcohol is a drug for 1 out of 8 Americans that are alcoholic. But 7 out of 8 Americans can drink alcohol, I guess, responsibly. But that's why the alcohol industry makes 80% of their money on 20% of their customers. So we have to educate kids the right way. We can't tell kids that alcohol's a drug. We have to tell them alcohol's a drug for some people. So in middle school and high school, I teach kids that the recreational use of drugs, marijuana, THC, alcohol, nicotine, this whole thing in Oceanport is not on marijuana anyway. It's on vaping. It's on Juuls. It's on Sorens. It's on Flares. It's on this industry that is putting pods in the hands of kids. 10, 11, 12-year-old kids should not be stimulating their brain with nicotine. And if you believe that, then, you and I definitely disagree.
Now, some of the things that you stated on that, I don't know if it's a documentary or what it is, the Marijuana X piece that you did.
Yes, sir.
Do you continue to state the stuff that's in there when you go to these schools?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, that was shot in 2015 in Colorado, and it was an absolute shit show. It's worse because of legalization. It's much worse. So I don't really, like I said, in 2016, I pretty much gave up the marijuana fight. I said I've had enough. I've had enough of these clowns like the ones in Oceanport that are slandering me. I've had enough of people attacking me. And, I get attacked by Kevin Sabet, Patrick Kennedy, these coalitions, CADCA-funded coalitions who are going around saying the same thing, fighting legalization. I get attacked by them even more. But I'm not fighting legalization anymore because it's...
Why are they?
Because
why do they attack you?
They say I'm pro-marijuana. They say I
Really?
flip. Yeah, they say I'm pro-marijuana. I'm out there advocating for the legalization of marijuana.
I think we're going to get along fine because you know what? I like Kevin Sabet. We actually had a few meetings with him, and we agree on a lot of stuff too. Patrick Kennedy, I met him a couple times, not so much. The one thing I have a problem with is when I wake up in the morning, I have about 12 nanograms of cannabis in my system. So I'm illegal to drive. When I wake up sober, I am illegal to drive under certain standards. So there's really no...
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I don't get affected by it. I get pain relief from my cannabis use. I don't get...
Yeah, but if we pull you, if say someone hits you, say I hit you, I'm stone cold sober and I hit you, and they pull blood from you, you're driving under the influence of marijuana, but you're not impaired.
Right. So now what?
Yeah, so
that's a problem.
Yeah, but so why are we moving forward with legalization where we're gonna have a problem? You know, there's people in prison in New Jersey right now that were the fortunate one not to overdose, but they were the one that went out and bought the heroin and their friend overdosed, and now they're in prison for strict liability for drug-induced death.
Oh.
We got prosecutors in New Jersey sending people to prison because they got high with a friend and the friend died, and they did it.
Well, I think
that's messed up.
I think one of the reasons why legalization is moving so quickly is because it's been held back for just so many years, and it's been more than time for the plant to be treated like a plant that can flourish and treat.
But I don't think we're doing that. I really don't. I think we're really screwing the plant up. I mean, I don't think the plant's the plant anymore.
Now, do you use the cannabidiol yourself daily? Do you use it?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't use anything, need anything. I don't need anything, you know. I don't have pain. I don't have, you know, I died 6 times from heroin in a car accident, broken neck, 3 cracked cervical vertebrae, but I don't have pain, thank God, you know. But I don't need CBD for anything. If my wife has used CBD patches, we used to get them in Delaware for her neck. She was spending $12 morning, $12 at night at CVS getting heat patches. It didn't work. Every doctor, nurse conducted tests. Doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor. Nobody could tell her why she has neck pain. And she used CBD patches, and she has neck pain once in a while, but nothing like it was. I don't know what happened or how it happened, but I don't want people that need CBD being hindered. But if someone is buying CBD, I want them to actually get CBD. I want them to be buying what's in the bottle. You know what I mean? I want them to be told the truth. And I just think that we got people that are just Craigslist crazy, and they're opening up all this shit. And I think we're endangering people. We're endangering people like you. We really are. So, but on a personal level, I care about it, passionate about it. But on a public level, I'm done. I'm done fighting it. I'm done.
We call them cannabaggers. The commercialization of cannabis people, we call them cannabaggers. Like carpetbaggers, but they're cannabaggers. They don't care.
But they're taking advantage of people. They're taking advantage of people like you.
They sure are.
They're taking advantage of MS patients. Yeah. You know, but listen, the recovery community as a whole, these treatment. Well, listen, there's great treatment centers. There's great clinical places where people are going and getting great continuum of care treatment for heroin addiction, alcoholism, cocaine addiction, meth addiction, right? But 75% of the treatment centers in America are nothing but opportunists, and they're just literally ripping off insurance companies on a revolving door treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, as a Christian, 75% of these churches in America, they're completely dead too.
Some of them, not mine.
Right?
Not Liquid Church.
Yeah, not mine either. Oh, I love Liquid Church. And Liquid Church is open. And I went to Liquid Church in Parsippany, New Jersey.
That's right.
Man, I walked out of that place. Oh my, you do?
Yeah, the place is awesome.
Oh man, I went to my Michael Weaver is a good friend of mine, Big Daddy Weave. Man, I walked out of that place on fire, and I went back the next Sunday for church up there. I thought it was one of the best churches ever, but
it is.
Liquid Church just merged or purchased, or I don't know how that works. Gloucester County Community Church in Southbridge.
They're all over. They're in Monmouth County now. They're all over.
Yeah, I think they're great, but a lot of churches across America are completely dead. They don't know what the gospel is that they're preaching. But I said all that to say this: the recovery community is splintered and siloed, and the recovery community needs to come together. It needs to come together for the goodness of everyone. If cannabis can help people stay off Suboxone and methadone, why can't it be looked at as a maintenance program? But these cannabaggers, as you call them, I really fear that they're going to come in and they're going to do the same thing they're doing. They're going to treat CBD just like Vivitrol. They're going to treat CBD just like methadone. So I don't know what the answers are, but I can't fight it. I can't fight it anymore. I'm out of money. My whole life savings was spent getting to this point. So now all I can do is tell kids that they need to stay away from illicit drugs. They need to stay away from prescription drugs that are not prescribed to them. And they need to not vape. This whole thing I'm doing in Oceanport is just about vaping. That's what it's about, vaping.
So you are coming to speak in Oceanport?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm sure I'll have a whole fan club there to show.
No, you will, man. We're gonna make sure they hear this tape. And
yeah, you said a lot of things that we like.
We like you, man. We like you. So we're gonna have everybody.
Listen, what was your name? Leslie Grimes?
Okay, now I don't like you.
All of a sudden, he
all of a sudden,
backtrack.
No, I'm Lefty Grimes. Lefty Grimes. Yeah.
Oh, I like the Lefty.
Yeah.
Lefty Grimes.
Yeah, we do a lot of videos about wheelchair access. I fight for wheelchair access in Hudson County because if you go to Hudson County, you'll see steps everywhere, and you'll see children. If you want to help children, there's children in wheelchairs in Hudson County. They can't get into a barbershop, a pharmacy, a doctor's office. It's disgusting, and the town is allowing this to happen. And I made videos about this for years, and the town doesn't care, and I'm still fighting for that. So maybe we'll get together and talk.
That's not right. No. There's a lot of people in wheelchairs, man. There's a lot of people in wheelchairs. That's not right. No. So I would do Lefty Grimes, actually. All right, I want to look at you and follow you and
look us up.
Yeah, if every single person that has been attacking me would sit down and listen, and they couldn't disagree with more than 10% of everything I say.
Yeah,
and I've evolved. I look at Marijuana X, and I watch it all the time, and I wish I could go back and do things differently. I've evolved.
Edit.
Yeah, there's a couple things with that video that made me. I
could do that. Yeah.
Even some of the soundtracks were creepy.
Yeah, the soundtrack. Yeah,
they were scaring the shit out of me.
Have Mikey play guitar. Mikey can play guitar for you.
Yeah, the one soundtrack. So you got a couple of videos with some good soundtracks on them.
Yeah.
I'm evolving. Listen, I love Trump or hate Trump, or love Schumer, hate Schumer. Love Pelosi, hate Pelosi. But people should respect people who evolve. You know what I mean?
Sure.
People say you flip flop.
No, I don't like flip flop. No. We don't like that kind of stuff. If a person's changing, that's for the better of themselves.
It's a good word, evolve.
Right.
Yeah. So,
if you're not, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. So, evolving, but the thing that I'm fearful of, and I'm telling you, you need to be fearful of it too, is what they're doing to this plant and how that's evolving, because they're really bastardizing what God gave us. They really, really are. So
I agree with you there.
Amen.
Thank you, Michael.
We shouldn't. I'm scared. Putting glycol in a vape, in a Juul pod. Well, I really believe that respiratory disorders is going to become our #1 cause of death by 2030, and I think it's because we're putting these devices in the hands of 10 to 18-year-old children, and they're using it as a toy, and some of them become addicted to nicotine. I mean, nicotine is really addictive.
Is it worse than tobacco, using the Juuls, or do you think it's a better option than tobacco?
I want to believe it's better, but I don't think it's better because of the chemicals. Because listen, when friends ask me they want to quit smoking, they know I know about the vape, so they're going to go on a vape. What do I think? And I say, listen, okay, if you want to quit smoking, do whatever the hell you want to do. Go on a vape. get off of cigarettes. It's the number one cause of death in America. Get off of it. But then you have to get off the vape. How are you going to get off the vape? You got, in many cases, injecting more nicotine into the body with a vape than you are with cigarettes. So nicotine is the most addictive substance on planet Earth, in my opinion. But that's easy for me to say because I beat heroin, I beat cocaine, I beat methamphetamine, I beat tobacco. But I know people who can't beat tobacco. I think nicotine is very addictive. Some people say nicotine is not addictive. I don't know. I think it is. But now we're vaping nicotine, so I think it's worse. I think it's much worse. But I don't. I just know the chemicals: diacetyl, cadmium, lithium. Not lithium, Librin, diamide, phthalimide, lead, nickel. These pods have a lot of, and then what's happening with the device, the metals that's going into the body when the atomizer is heating up the metal. I think we're going to see 3, 4, 5 years from now major problems, and it really bothers me, So, but if someone wants to quit smoking and go on a vape, I want them to do it.
Okay.
Wow.
But then you got to get off the vape.
Interesting.
So, I just don't want kids, man. My image is 20-year-old citizens and younger, and when I talk to kids about the difference between the molecules, there's over 300 molecules in the marijuana plant. I don't know too many. Well, I don't know too many people that understand that we only really know about 37, 38 of the molecules. We haven't studied it enough.
Yeah.
Don't you think we should deschedule marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 2 drug?
Deschedule, unschedule.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't believe that hasn't happened yet in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I want to unschedule it. The Wild Wild West is going to concern you as much as it concerns me.
Well, I do like there's things I actually agree with Patrick Kennedy on. He talks about marketing to kids with the packaging, and I agree with him on that. I mean, it's crazy how they market these things, and you don't want to sell something to a kid. It's just there's some stuff I have to agree with you on.
Well, look at the names, look at the packaging. Go to MedMen in California. Go to any Colorado dispensary, even the ones who are supposed to be medical only in Colorado Springs. I mean, there's societal issues that has happened because of legalization. I mean, you can't dispute the homelessness, and it's not all because of marijuana. It's been a contributing factor. A lot of kids went out there looking for, this gold rush. They were going to work in the industry, and they've had serious problems. We've got serious problems. There's psychosis problems, impaired driving, people being arrested because their blood shows levels of nanograms of THC, but they're not impaired.
Yeah,
I don't.
That would be
we
me.
We got to solve these problems.
That's a problem I have.
Don't you think we can all solve?
Yeah.
What?
That's a problem I would have now as a patient, driving with straight, driving sober, but having it in my system, that I would still be arrested.
Yeah, but now we've affected your life and the way you live.
Right.
So how do we solve that problem?
Well, I talk to a lot of cops. I actually advocate for cops. I actually work with some police because the police unions cannot advocate for job protection for the cops. The police chiefs cannot advocate for job protection for their cops because it's federally illegal. So it's up to people like me to advocate for job protection for cops. And so I actually did had a meeting with some cops, and we did a drunk driving test on somebody a guy named Wayne Burrini. And they did a drunk driving, a stone driving test on him, and he was high, and he actually passed his test, and he was high, because he's a heavy user. But that's Wayne Burrini. He actually he says he knows you from I don't know, in the past.
Does that name sound familiar at all?
No. Wayne Burrini.
Yeah.
How do you spell his last name?
Burrini. Burrini. Big guy.
Burin.
Big guy.
No.
Okay.
Big dude.
He says he got into it with you one day, and he said he was scared. He said you scared him.
Yeah, we laughed at it. He said he was scared.
Yeah,
of you.
he was scared.
Wayne Burrini.
Yeah.
And he got in with me, and he was scared.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's a big dude. That's why we laugh about
he's
it.
a big guy, man. It's funny.
Well, I think Wayne Burini's little fiction on you.
No,
Wayne Burrini.
not
I
at
don't
all.
know.
Not at all.
Different.
Maybe Wayne's
No.
lying. He might be lying to us. Who knows? You never know with
That's
him.
always possible.
It's possible. So
Oh yeah, but I'm saying I don't. I mean, I can't remember everybody I know from my past.
Sure, right.
I don't know where I know him. I don't know where I know him from, but we got into it.
in the big house. I'll just say in the big house.
During
In
that
prison,
period.
we got into it in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a lie. That's a straight up lie. Because incarcerated, I've never got into a scuffle or a fight or a problem with anybody. Never.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Oh.
Interesting. No
Never.
almost fights.
No almost fights with anyone. Okay.
Almost fights? No, never.
Interesting.
Nope.
How'd you avoid that?
Oh man. Okay.
I was a paralegal. I stayed in the law library, so I felt.
Good work. Good
Yeah,
work.
Good
Michael.
job.
So my life was spent helping Bloods, helping Crips, helping Latin Kings, helping the Ends, helping 5%ers, helping Muslims, helping Christians. So if Calvin Johnson wanted to change his name to Abdul Salam Logan, I helped him. If somebody wanted their arrearages taken care of, I helped them. If somebody wanted a PCR filed, I helped them. And so I had a cell full of people's legal papers. So if I ever had a problem with anybody, I would just go to the rival gang and say, hey, someone's pushing up on me. And if I go to the hole, man, I'll happen with your case. So if Wayne Burrini said he had this problem with me in prison, that's a straight up lie.
Straight up
Oh,
lie.
this is great. Wayne's a liar.
We love it.
This is great.
Maybe I'm so intimidating that he just got scared when I looked at him. I don't know, but
That's possible
Yeah.
too, which is why you don't remember his name. Maybe you gave him the death look with your eyes.
That's
I
funny.
got messed up eyes. I got real fucked up eyes. So
Oh man. Oh dude. I like this guy. All right, so Michael, thank you for being on our podcast.
Yeah, not too bad of a guy.
Yeah, you sound all right to me, man. If you want to see who we are, Google the Jersey City Jump. We took a wheelchair. My friend's in a wheelchair, and there's a library in Jersey City with no wheelchair access. Honest to God, no.
Jersey City Jump.
Jersey City Jump, there's no wheelchair access. So my friend with spina bifida goes up the steps and then does the Jersey City Jump off the second step onto the sidewalk.
Boom.
Boom. Idiots.
Wow.
How do you not have wheelchair access in a public library? We pay taxes for that.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
That's wrong. How much money do we waste on friggin' pensions? Where we could put a ramp in
Sure.
instead of step.
Yep.
That's yes. Well, yep. Yeah, I would love to meet you people and sit down. And if I'm wrong on something, wouldn't it be better that you guys could educate me on something? You know what I'm saying? Show me
Yeah.
the way.
I
Sure,
like.
yeah, we like that.
This is a great conversation. So thank you. Is it
But
Michael?
I know you don't want. I know you don't want middle school and high school kids using marijuana to get high or deal with their anxiety and depression.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah. So we agree 90%. Trust me. All the other crap is garbage. We can figure it all out. There's no friggin' way we should not have a wheelchair to the Jersey City Library. Sorry, and there's no way that you should risk a DUI because you have nanograms in your system from the night before. There's no way we should be forcing a patient who can get off opioids and charge them $500 a friggin' ounce to remedy a situation. We've got to solve these problems.
Yep.
But we're not solving it the way. But I promise you, I really believe to my marrow that this full-blown wild legalization is going to hurt people like you more than it's going to help the movement. You know what I mean?
You're going to have a moment tomorrow where you're thinking about, holy shit, the Jersey City Library doesn't have a goddamn wheelchair access?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's going to hit you tomorrow at some point in the day,
I'm
and
thinking
you're just going to be
about
like,
it
what the
What the
frig is
hell?
going on?
There's something wrong here.
I'm thinking it out right
it's
now.
wild.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's crazy. You'll
And it's still, January 3rd, 2019, they still don't have it.
yeah.
Yeah, still no.
You'll see.
They still don't.
Still
They
don't
still don't have it.
No.
fucking ridiculous.
We've been going up and down Hudson County for years, harassing people. I got assaulted doing this. A woman sells wheelchairs. She sells wheelchairs in a wheelchair store. I asked her for her ramp, and she said, "No, why are you recording me?" She slams the door in my face. So I yell at her. I said, "I'm going to sue you." She comes out and smacks me and assaults me. So I took her to court. I said, "I'll drop the charges if you put a ramp in," and she put a ramp in.
Boom.
That happened twice already in Bayonne. Another guy assaulted me. I told him, "Put a ramp in. I'll drop the charges." And this is what I got to go through, and it's stupid.
Yeah. How much could a ramp possibly cost the city of Jersey City?
You could make one out of pallets, literally.
They look at it like, oh well, they're already compromised, so they can just deal with it or something.
Yeah.
It's not the way that
We don't see many people like that.
it's not a way we should be treating anyone.
Yeah, you don't see many people like that because you don't have a ramp.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Put a ramp in, and you'll see a lot of people in wheelchairs.
That's what I've been saying. Thank you.
Do a news story at the library for the unveiling of the ramp, and you have more people in wheelchairs show up at the library than you even knew existed.
I like that.
Let's go back there. Let's go back there, Mikey.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to Jersey City because
I'll go with you.
Come meet me in Jersey City this week or next week.
I could do that.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I could do that.
Yeah, we'll have coffee and we'll do a Jersey City jump
Make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, we'll do a thing.
Yeah, I'm honored to know you, and I appreciate your time, and I hope that I really hope that I can be with you soon. Maybe there's something I can do to help your cause.
Yeah, I think. I like this guy.
Yeah, you don't sound too bad.
You sound like a nice guy, Michael. So I think we're gonna get along fine.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, good
So
conversation.
Jersey City next week. I absolutely can go to Jersey City next week. How about Wednesday, the night?
It's a date.
Make it a
Seriously.
thing.
So
In the daytime, when the
probably,
library's open in the daytime, so we have to go during the daytime.
You can see for yourself.
I could be there. I could be there at noon.
Yeah. Well. Okay. All right. It's the Marion branch.
How do I get?
Marion branch, Jersey City Library. It's west. I think it's West End. Marion branch. If you see the Jersey City jump, you'll see. You'll see where it is. It's Marion branch.
Jersey City, 12 o'clock noon. All right, but how do I get in touch with you?
You have my number now. My number. I just called you. That's my number.
All right. Yeah, and so if you go to Ocean Point, listen to what I have to say, and anybody is going to go to Ocean Point, I love when people come up to me at the end and say, you know what, you said this, such and such and such, and I disagree with you, and go to this website or here, read this book or read this report, and I'm able to educate myself. That's what it's all about. I don't want to be right. I want to be good. You know what I mean?
That sounds good. I think maybe some of the things they were concerned about were the marijuana-related stuff. So,
yeah, that's what it was. It was the marijuana stuff.
It's about this. I don't want kids on marijuana. I mean, CBD, medical CBD for kids. Yeah, but that's not. I'm not a doctor. I shouldn't be talking to people about medical marijuana for their kids. All I care about is I don't want kids using marijuana to get high. I don't want kids vaping.
understood.
I don't want kids vaping nicotine. I don't want kids drinking alcohol. And I don't want kids taking pills that aren't prescribed for them. And
Right.
I don't really want kids taking. I really don't want kids taking a lot of the pills that aren't prescribed for them. If you know what I mean. You know, we got doctors shoveling psychotropics down the throats of these kids like it's.
They allow 11-year-olds to
Yeah.
use OxyContin.
Yeah, Adderall.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's why I said earlier I'm no fan of the FDA, but I just wish the FDA was a little bit more involved. And I wish the FDA was just a little bit more involved in some of these products. So, anyway, I really appreciate you calling, and I hope we can get together and maybe we can together solve more of the problems. You know what I mean?
I think we can.
That would be the hope.
Yeah. I'll see you in Jersey City.
And the one woman, and I'll end with this. The one woman. My name is Michael DeLeon. My first given name is Barry. Michael DeLeon. Michael was my middle name. And she said that I changed my name to hide my past. And I said, well, wouldn't I change my whole name like to hide my past? Like, would I not change my last name if I wanted to hide my past? And then when I go around the country talking about my case, somebody else said they Googled me and found an article on the New York Times, which was kind of amusing because that same article is on my website. My website. So I don't hide my past. You know what I mean? I face my past, and I use my past to help other people. So it's just ironic.
I see that. No, I see that, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll see you in Jersey City at Marion at noon, high noon on Wednesday.
It's a date.
It's a date. Thanks, man.
Do you guys do this podcast all the time?
Yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday, and then we're back at the State House in the warm weather.
All right, I gotta follow you now. I want to watch you guys. All right, man. See you next week.
See you, man.
Have a good night.
Good night. No, I'm not going to hang up on him.
Yeah, right. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's right. Well, that was interesting.
Wow.
That was a hell of a talk.
Wow.
He answered.
Yeah.
Well, someone answered, but then he got the phone.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that was quite interesting, amusing. I don't know if I want to say educational, but a lot of things that he said that aren't too bad. He seems to make a couple decent points.
He's not like a Read for Madness guy.
No, he
read for Madness.
See, I saw the Marijuana X thing, and that's what gave me the impression that he was deep into the anti-marijuana. So it seems like he's changed his way of how he's approached his whole thing.
Okay. Let's see.
So that was interesting. Conversation with Michael DeLeon.
Oh, we missed a voicemail from. Hold on. Let's see who called me. Oh, hurtful.
Sounds like a hang-up.
Hurtful. Let's call him back.
Sweet, smells like cat piss. Right? Nice.
Oh, that smells.
Fucking
Wow.
cat piss. Yeah.
Wow. What's it called? Cat piss.
Cat piss.
A wet dog.
Oh, sunburn. Answer your phone.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging.
Really?
Another person with Verizon.
Hurtful. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so what did you think, Lefty? What did you think about Michael?
You know what? I kind of liked him from the videos I've been watching. He just.
It's because you're willing to give anyone a chance.
I give anyone a chance.
Right.
And especially to redeem themselves like this, hey, I got to give them a chance.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, anybody who's trying to do good, if that's what they're going for, and they want to speak that message, more power to you.
He's trying to help people.
Yeah.
I can't fault anyone who tries to help someone who needs help.
Seems to understand that patients are getting stepped all over, but who the hell doesn't understand that, right?
Yeah. So we might work together with this guy.
Did we just make a friend?
I think we made a friend.
Is that what the hell just happened?
I think so.
It just hit me
Oh my
right now.
God.
It's like we just made a friend.
We're meeting him at Jersey City at the library.
Yeah, like shit.
I got to do a wheelchair video next week.
He's going to wear his best sweater.
Oh, shit. Wednesday. I can't do Wednesday. What am I thinking?
Well, you can call him back.
Jesus
Send him a text.
God.
Be real formal with a text.
Wednesday.
Casual text.
Damn it.
You just, you were all caught up in the moment.
I was.
You know that happens. You get excited and
Yeah, I can't do Wednesday.
threw a date out there and you just want to jump on it,
I'm still excited from David getting his 4 ounces back.
Yeah, that's a win.
That was such a win.
That is a win. Win for patients all across the state.
He's on the road. I'm going to call him. I don't care.
What's he working right now?
He's on the road. I don't care. I'm calling him.
He's mobile.
Yeah.
He's in transit.
He's using his GPS. I'm going to mess them all up.
Smoke some of this cat piss weed.
He's going to be like, I'm on my GPS, man. I'm getting me lost. Sorry, I just want to congratulate you for getting a quarter-pound of weed back, which nobody has ever done before in the United States without a lawyer.
What are you doing with this QP?
He's trying to put orange peels in it to make it moist again.
He's rolling it
You
up in
have
one,
It's all dried out.
one big joint he's rolling.
3,
Oh, we get to leave him a message.
9,
Slow roll.
Beep. Oh, I think it beeped. David, It's Lefty and Mike. We want to congratulate you
Congratulations,
on getting
David.
your quarter-pound of weed back from the
Yeah, we
police.
want to hear about it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a great job.
Give us a call back if you can. I want to talk about this.
Yeah, congratulations.
Blows my mind that they finally gave it back to you. I thought they were just going to keep stringing you along, and we are going to have to go back to a council meeting, and then, oh.
Super happy for you.
Yeah, dude. Roll a fatty. Roll a bunch of fatty. I'm sure he is. You don't have to tell him.
You're doing something you should be doing with that.
I'm sure it's very dry, though. He said it was all dried up. So
Yeah, you'll have to put a little moisture back in it.
yeah. Get those packs. What are those packs called?
Yeah, I know what packs you're talking about.
The moisture packs, I guess. There's a word for it.
Get them, get your weed a little fresh again. It's pretty much all you can do, really.
Yeah, freshen up.
Freshen it up. Yeah, so that was a good one. It only took how many months?
6.5.
Is that what it was? Half a year?
Yeah. At least it was zip tied or zip locked. It was sealed. They sealed it. That's
It
good.
wasn't like a ShopRite plastic bag
Yeah.
tied up.
Yeah. It wasn't really sealed. They didn't take all the air out like they should have. I see air in those bags. I don't know.
Well, at least you got it back, though.
Yeah. And it takes going to council meetings, and that's what it takes. He wouldn't have got that weed back if we didn't go to the council meeting, go to the police with cameras
Had
on.
to be loud about it.
You
Gotta
gotta
be on that
fight
shit.
for what you want in life. You're not just gonna get it by being nice.
Even when we went, they were very. I mean, you know, just you gotta be on that shit, though.
And you could have got a lawyer, but the lawyer would have probably said, "Well, you know, just pay me and
Pay me and then pay me a little more.
pay me." David knows that story. He's been through
Pay me
that.
again.
So yeah, you don't want to get a lawyer. You got us. We got each other. We all help each other, man. This is what we do. We help each other. And look what happened. You just got a fucking quarter-pound back.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
QP for David. All right.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I'm so happy for you, bro. Man, that's a big one. Okay, now we're going to go for a pound. Next pound that gets confiscated, we're getting that one back for you.
Mm-hmm.
Pound of weed. David, you should make some oil. Some Earl. Some sex toy Earl.
Some sex toy oils.
David, make some sex toy oil.
Yeah, make some oils.
Hoya.
Like a big old gallon.
I'm Big Dick Black.
That's not it.
It's a good one. It's a good one, though. We love that one.
We do?
We love it.
I'm Big Dick Black. I can keep it hard for 2 hours at a time. I'm a woman's dream. I got a dick hung on me 9 inches long.
I should play the whole clip. Since we have David on the phone, here, let me find the original clip.
He's still on the phone?
Yeah, leave him a message.
I didn't know he was still on the phone.
I love leaving long messages.
Awesome.
I'm going to look up Hardcore. Look up the movie Hardcore with George C. Scott, and then look up Big Dick Black. Hardcore, and then Big Dick Black. And it's spelled Blaque, I believe. Big Dick Black. Block. Yeah, this is the best thing ever.
Get the Q in there.
Listen to this video.
I'm Dick Black. You're doing a porno movie, right?
Right.
Then I'm the man for you.
Well, I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Black, but I'm afraid you're not exactly the type we're looking for.
You mean because I'm black?
No, you're just not the type.
What do you mean, not the type? Man, don't you know who I am? I'm Big Dick Black.
You have reached the
I've done more
maximum
porno
time
movies than
permitted to
you.
record.
I work with
To send your
Harry, Johnny
message,
Wilde.
press
time
1 at
is-
any time.
The
I can
timing.
come 10 times a day. I can keep it hard for 2 hours at a time. I'm a woman's dream. I got a dick hung on me 9 inches long.
I'm sorry, Mr. Black. I'm sure you're very good, but at the moment, I just don't have anything for you. If something comes up, I'll be happy to give you a call.
Shh. You don't want to hire niggas, that's all. I knew this was a scam. This is bullshit.
The whole clip.
The best clip
Oh,
ever.
my God. That was hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
That clip in its entirety.
That's
freaking hilarious.
That is great. The other part was when he's in the movie theater watching his daughter. This movie's about a guy who loses his daughter to the porn industry, and he's trying to find her. And he's in a movie theater.
What's the name of the movie?
Hardcore.
Hardcore?
And let's see. And George C. Scott is watching his daughter in a porno movie.
He sounds like a good actor.
This is him.
Turn it off. Turn it off! Turn it off!
What's my motivation? Your daughter's getting banged in a porno movie, George. What's my motivation? Your daughter is taking it from doggy style. From Big Dick Black.
From Big Dick Black, nonetheless.
I'm Big Dick Black.
Black.
I can come 10 times a day.
Oops, wrong one.
Sneaking in there.
Ah, boy, poor George. Oh, my goodness.
Weren't you looking for the Ron Rice one?
The Ron Rice is the best one. Let me find that one. That's not even on a YouTube.
Sex, toy, horse, marijuana, lipstick. Is there marijuana lipstick?
Yeah, there is.
Sweet.
Yes. Sex toy oils a concern for State Senator Ron Rice.
What's he concerned about?
How does he know so much about sex toy whores?
Horse.
That's what I want to know. The video's not here. Shit. Hang on. I'm trying to find the video. Ron Rice. Sex toy whore.
The first version of sex toy oil they come out with should be a Ron Rice version. Big Daddy Ron.
Big Daddy.
Uncle Ron.
Uncle Senator Rice. I love that one. Uncle Senator Ron Rice. He calls the show. He actually called the show.
Yes.
A couple times.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka.
Ouch. All right, I can't find the video. Now, if Wayne was here, he'd be yelling at me, "Duh, this is why you need a sound guy, Lefty. Duh." Well, why weren't you at pre-show, dickface? Oh, he's not even here to defend himself. That's even more funny.
That makes it even more right.
Yeah. Where is the sex toy whore? Here it is. Sex toy whores. Yeah.
Recreational marijuana.
There we go.
Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores.
Wait, what? Wait. What did he say? I never got to that part of. Wait. What?
Marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to.
Whoa! What? Yeah, wait a minute.
Wow!
Did you never? You never bracketed that part of the whole clip? What the hell did he just say? Oh, you'll never get. No. Play that one more time.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores.
What the hell did he? What the hell was that? How many words was that? What? I don't even know what letters I'm hearing.
Oh my god!
That was a bunch of gibberish. It was garble.
Oh my god! Wait a minute.
Do that again.
I don't want to pick on the senator, but wait a minute.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores.
Okay. I know what he says. I know what he says.
No, you don't.
I do. Hang on. I speak jive.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up.
You got that? You caught that?
Right across the street from my office.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Watch. He's trying to say right across the street from my office.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office.
Oh my god. You're right. How the hell did you just lock in on that?
Jive, I'm telling you.
Man.
Put up stores.
Sure do.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores. They want to call them dispensaries, they're going to be stores. That do retail selling of cupcakes with marijuana,
yes,
candies with marijuana,
yes,
sex toy oils with marijuana,
even better,
lipstick with marijuana,
yeah,
all those kinds of products that people can get.
This is why we love you, Ron Rice. Get us excited about marijuana possibilities.
He's great.
What a good man.
What the hell was that in the beginning, though?
Right across the street from my office.
I think you picked up on that because he said stores after that, and then you were able to piece it together, maybe? I don't know how you did that.
Oh, my God. It's too funny. I never played that part of the clip because the sex toy Hoya is the best thing ever.
Marijuana. Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores with marijuana, sex toy oils with marijuana.
So wait, let's practice what he says here. What does he say exactly? And let's practice that.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office.
Right across the street from my office. Hang on.
They're going to put up stores. Recreational marijuana.
Say it with me.
Recreational marijuana. Right across the street from my office.
Right
across the street from my home.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing. Right across the street from my home. Everything sounds like hoa.
Everything's a horse. What's a horse?
I'm hearing like W's, H's, and R's in a lot of what I'm hearing. Horse and wash. The frig. Keeps you on your toes.
Recreational marijuana.
Right across the street from my office.
They're going to put up recreational marijuana.
Even his assistant.
Right across the street from my office, they're going to put up stores. They want to call them dispensaries. They're going to be stores that do retail selling of cupcakes with marijuana, candies with marijuana, sex toy oils with marijuana, lipstick with marijuana, all those kinds of products.
Sex toy.
Let me get some of that sex toy oil.
Sex toy.
Man, yeah. If I was his assistant, I would be so lost. Just hearing him talking and just like, I don't know what the hell he said.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said. Or someone doing sign language while he's talking. They just wind up flicking him off. They're like, fuck this. I can't do this anymore. This is too much.
I'm tapping out.
I don't get paid enough for this shit. He's a great guy and all, but this is fucking crazy. Making myself crazy here.
Oh, man. Wow. That is funny.
Well, we love Ron Rice, though, here.
We do. He called the show. I got to give him respect for calling the show.
He's a fan.
He jumped in.
He's a
jumped
fan.
in the pool with us.
He's probably watching right now. He knows when to call in.
You'd be surprised who watches this fucking dumb show. You'd be surprised. I'm surprised. I can't believe it. Wow. But then who surprises me who won't watch it, too? I'm surprised both ways.
Yeah, the people. It's a nice mixed bag.
Mixed bag of
jokers.
People that won't watch it for whatever reason, and the people that do watch it for their reasons,
which are many. Wow. Many reasons.
Well, we are the best podcast around.
That's right.
I watch some podcasts out there, and they're just people smoking weed. Just like, watch me smoke weed here,
like joint after joint, grinder, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they sit there in their room with the grinder with a bunch of pictures behind them, and they sit there with a grinder and they go,
"Look in the hole, look in the hole." Act.
Look, I'm gonna roll 20 joints today.
We miss you, Wayne. Where is he?
Oh, we're talking about Wayne.
Is he working? Is he working? Is that what he's doing?
Wayne's a liar.
Yeah, I think the funniest thing was that Michael was talking like really like he was on his game the whole time. And then when we started talking about Wayne, whether that shit happened or not, that threw him for a loop. And all of a sudden he was like, wait, hold on. Now who's this guy?
Wayne?
From what part of my past? He was like on the Wayne thing for like a good 10 minutes easy, trying to figure that out.
Oh man.
He was good. He was doing good before that though. And then that threw him up. Threw him for a loop.
I think this
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Burrini
Is not available.
Sounded mad.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any.
We should call Burrini's.
Do you know the number to Burrini's?
Let's call it, yeah.
Order a sub or something.
Yeah, let's call it up.
Order a turkey London broil. I heard him rave about that.
All right. Burrini's, Old World Market.
And I always said that if I went there, that's what I would get.
Okay.
Hello, Burrini Market.
See if they're still there. He said he was working till like 8 or 7. Or 9. No, he's working till 9. So here's what I do. The number is 6100. Now I'm going to do 6101. Because I'm a dick. Watch this. Okay. 6101.
They got 2 numbers there?
No, I'm just going to go through the whole thing. That's whenever I can't get through to somebody on a 00 number.
The number you dialed is not.
What are you doing?
I go through all. I go 01, and then I
just
go
consecutively
02,
go up and up.
03, and I'll find somebody in the office somewhere down
Gotcha.
in the back office.
Right.
Because they all keep the same numbers usually in sequence when they get a business going.
Right.
Usually.
If they can.
Sometimes you catch those patterns. Like, how'd you get this number? Well, I just was on the phone, 6901, 6902, 6903, and here you are, 6989. Finally got through.
It wasn't supposed to be that easy. There was a big break in between all that.
Oh, order a pork roll sandwich.
Pork roll,
will raise his blood pressure. Actually, it would raise. Yeah, it would.
Who said order a pork roll cheese?
Laura Rockhill. She's a troublemaker.
Yeah, she is. She's trouble.
Not to start shit.
She's a troublemaker.
Yeah, start shit with Wayne. Well, that's our job. We're trying.
She's always saying something.
Here, let me text him. Let me say, hey, you. Wait here. I'll just. Can I do it like this? Hey. Damn it. Hey.
Hello.
You little bitch.
The first thing you want to see when you open a text.
It says, hey, hello, you little bitch. Sorry. Michael. Oh, shit. Michael.
DeLeon says you're full of shit.
Hey, that worked.
So maybe.
That worked.
Shit. So the story just sounds like a complete lie from Michael's perspective. Wouldn't you say?
I think Wayne lied.
Well, that's what I mean. From
Yeah.
Michael's perspective, it's just complete shit.
I think Wayne's in trouble.
Yeah. Because even if, sometimes people lie, like if it happened to somebody else and they still lie.
Yeah.
Michael seemed to be like, no, I was in the law library.
Yeah.
Like, didn't happen.
It sounds like it, too. Come on.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
Come on,
message.
pick up the phone.
Yeah, we'll have to get some clarity on this incident that took place. Michael was very interested in it. Very interested he was. But he said he's not running from nothing. He's not running from a past. And he's going to Oceanport. So he will be speaking.
Wayne's like, oh, my phone's going to die. Just pick up the phone. If I had big tits, you'd pick up the fucking phone. You know it. I'm serious. If I had bigger tits
That's
than
what
I
you should text him.
I hear.
If I had big tits, you'd be answering.
See, he says he wants no part of that because he's lying. Says Michael says you're a liar. He says you're a liar.
He's like, fuck. He's like, they talk to him.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
He's like, somebody spoke to Michael already? When did this happen? Yeah, we got the dirty. And the dirty is there's no dirty.
Wayne's like, he wants no part of that. Sorry, we just brought you into it. We just said your name and everything. We even spelt your name.
He spelt it out.
Here, I'll even tell him. We spelled your name out
That's
to him.
probably the first thing he did when he got off the phone with you. He probably typed in Burrini immediately.
We just got Wayne killed.
And then he probably, there's got to be a picture of Wayne easily accessible. And he was probably on that picture within a minute after the phone call. And then he's probably like, what the fuck? This dude's lying about me? He's like, why? Yeah. You're in trouble, Wayne.
Oh, Wayne, we caught you in another lie. Why do you always lie? Trying to be cool.
And the funny thing is, if he's not lying and it is true, it's kind of funny too, though, because Wayne's just was so scared that he didn't even make an impact on the dude because the dude's like psycho. Like, that's kind of funny too.
Either way, it's funny all the way around. This is great. This is a great radio. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm glad he answered. You know.
Man. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm glad because you know what? We have a relationship now, and he may help us in the long run.
Yeah, he could be a friend
with what we need. If he really wants to help kids, I can give you some kids that need some help.
God, you know, when he was, you know, it's tough when you hear people talk like that because it's like if you don't personally have anything bad or anything that you can say or lead you to believe that they're not genuine, it's tough to not take in those words and all that stuff and not. I mean, you wanna believe they're genuine, so so that's a thing. But I mean, he sounded much more. And of course, that's how it is. You make an assumption. People make assumptions about stuff. I mean, the Marijuana X thing, I think, is what a lot of people were upset about.
Yes.
It's a scary documentary.
Yeah.
The music on it is scary. it makes you feel like you're watching a horror film.
It is. I don't like
and
that.
it's like the way that the doors creaking in movies. It's like that over like strings and like a violin bow. Like it's really, really creepy.
I need to make videos like that.
Yeah, and get those scary ass soundtracks. Mm-hmm.
That worked for us. Doing the shit we do, we scare the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Reedford Madness will be never see him again.
Good old Reedford Madness.
See, him I got a problem with because he stigmatizes our medicine. He fights battles because
proudly.
He's paid by these motherfuckers. He's paid.
Yep, and he does it proudly.
And
I'll tell you, you know what was upsetting the other day in the West Long Branch when you wanted clarification on the ban, if they all banned. And then one guy says yes, and the other guy goes, absolutely.
Absolutely, I did.
You mentioned that the other day, but I had went to go grab Jeff, so I didn't catch that until the video, and I heard him, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he was proud of that.
Like, why the hell would you be so bold about, yeah, absolutely we did. You were talking about medical. We're talking about recreational, you know? Like, what?
Yeah, and then he had a look of loss in his eyes when I was talking about the vets. How you wouldn't even have a council if it wasn't for disabled war vets. And 22 vets a day are killing themselves. And what does West Long Branch do? You take away their medicine. You take away their wheelchair access. Bravo. Great job.
Yep.
And they were just like,
thanks a lot.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to hear Jeff. Jeff went to stand up.
She's like,
to approach the front.
Hit the gavel, quick.
And they were like, no more speakers.
No more speakers. Oh, no, it's shit. Here comes Jeff.
They're like, all right, give him the 2 minutes.
Get just 2 minutes. Notice how they gave us a time limit? There was no time limit until we showed up.
Yeah, they came up with that time limit right before they were ready to open the session for public comments. And then they gave us a nice tight 2 minutes.
Yeah. 15 seconds.
Yeah, that took me by surprise. I was like, what?
And then one guy says to me, why are you talking so loud? Oh, no, can you speak lower? Can you speak lower or something? I should have just said, yeah, and just kept going. I said, yeah, sure, I can. And then just kept going. Next time I will.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. Here, you started this off, man. It was great.
TZI LEOS. My address is 367 Church Road in Brick. First off, Happy New Year. It's nice to be here.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Mikey.
I'm here with a couple of fellow patients, medical marijuana patients. We're here to address a couple of things. One of the things I want to address is there's a municipal smoking ban. Not sure what year it was started. I think maybe 07.
Super old.
The Puma law, which is the law that, which is from the health department for our medical marijuana, was in 2010. So one of the things I wanted to address was to possibly, maybe if we could relook this municipal smoking ban, which has to do with, one of the things is you can't smoke in a car with a child. And if you're somebody like my friend Jeff, who's here with cancer, he'll be speaking. And if he has a child in his car, what would be the alternative to have the child leave so he can medicate and properly treat his cancer? I think those are one of the things we should probably relook at, is that old municipal ordinance, being that now cannabis is legal for medical patients, because that seems to be a very old ordinance. So that's one of the things that I'd like to address. The other thing is there's no medical, there's a ban here for no medical facility for me to purchase my medicine. That's one of the things I deal with going all across the state. A lot of towns, they ban access to being able to get medical marijuana, so it's a very difficult thing to deal with. I live in Brick. I drive to the closest dispensary, at least an hour to get there. And then when I get there, it takes a little time to
be able to get what I need, and then it's an hour to go back home. Half the times when I go there, they don't have the exact strains that I need to treat my ailment. It's beyond frustrating. It's disheartening. I used to be addicted to opiates for many, many years. I was in a real bad place, and I was able to get off all the opiates. With the right mindset.
He's like, shut up.
And the medical marijuana for me was the X factor. Banning it in your town doesn't help people like me. It doesn't help people like my friends. It doesn't help people who are sick and dying and trying to save their lives. So when the recreational / medical bill passes and you have to revisit it, maybe we could look at that with a little bit of better open mind and a little bit more compassion. I think that would be great.
Thank you for your comments.
Hi, my name is Lefty Grimes. I'm from East Hanover. I'm here on behalf of patients also. Can I ask a question? Was the vote unanimous to vote to ban medical dispensaries?
Yes.
It was unanimous.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
it was.
Like a freaking general.
Harumph, harumph, harumph.
Did he salute when he did that? Absolutely. The fucking...
Okay, see, I have a problem with that because you got disabled war vets
Here we go.
that can't get their medicine in town now. We need to treat our troops better than how you treat them. 22 vets a day are dying. They're killing themselves. And West Long Branch's answer to that is to take away their medicine. You need to get your priorities straight because you don't even have wheelchair access in half the businesses in town.
Ouch!
There's hardly any wheelchair access, and yet your focus is on taking medicine away from children with cancer, children with all these diseases. I mean, how do you sleep at night? I mean, I don't understand how you can get into a position of where you're supposed to be a public servant and you're actually hurting children, hurting vets, hurting disabled vets. You wouldn't even have a council if it wasn't for disabled vets. Lower my voice? Why?
Lower my voice.
It's too loud. It's not too loud?
I should have said, okay. Why is that
I
loud?
want to make sure everybody hears me because people in this room have seen the children with cancer, they've seen the children in wheelchairs, and they've seen what's going on in this town, and they don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it. I'd like to know if your chief supports job protection for his officers.
No,
Is
he
your chief
doesn't.
Here?
No, he's not.
Is the chief here?
He's home.
No. There's such a stigma that I have to support job protection for cops. Me. The unions won't come out for job protection because it's federally illegal. So people like me have to advocate for your cops because you guys won't even do it. Job protection is very important for these cops. They're on Xanax, they're on Percocet, they're on all these deadly drugs, yet if they use cannabis under a doctor's prescription, they're going to lose their job. You need an ordinance to fix that. You need to protect your own officers here because the unions won't do it. I have a lot of cops that come up to me and ask me for help because their unions are not helping them. The chiefs are not helping them.
2 seconds.
You're not helping them. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, someone like to move, we adjourn the meeting?
Adjourn the meeting, quick! Adjourn the meeting! While Jeff is trying to get up.
Hurry, adjourn the meeting! No, not Jeff!
Trying to walk up to the front.
No,
They want to get out of here.
They just wanted to leave.
Here you go, Jeff.
Folks, Oceanport, New Jersey. 60 Cumberland Avenue, thank you. My friend Mike apparently addressed the smoking situation.
15 seconds!
Police officers had a good conversation with us, and they were very compassionate and accommodating. We appreciate that. But I don't want to beat that into the ground, and so I'll just tell you up front, I'm not happy with the ban that you guys imposed. I think it's very hurtful on the people with disabilities. You know, we always talk about, you know, people being treated unfair. I think this is the case. But one of the oppositions to medical cannabis, and one of the groups of people that, well, maybe there's one here, I doubt it, the odds are probably pretty slim, and maybe there's only one or two, or who knows how many children are in West Long Branch that have some sort of cancer or ailment that they are in the medical marijuana program. And we need to listen to all the time that it's bad for children, and you know, that it's going to hurt them and somehow harm the youth, when in fact there's a program out there that offers an alternative to the opioid crisis, an alternative medication, and you guys banned it from your town. And then the argument is, oh, we can go to Eatontown and get it, or go to somewhere else. But that's just kicking the opioid problem under the rug, and I think that's kind of hurtful. Now, with the new legislation, and maybe the Borough attorney can shed some light on it and legally explain it better than I can, but with the new pending legislation at the state, your ordinance here that we're talking about today is going to be null and void. If that,
We're aware of that.
if that passes.
We know.
The reason being, so that the law, the procedure to make the law is the time frame is expanded, and it gives the opportunity for public comment. So what I say to the councils, it's round 2. We're going to do this again, and this time we're bringing back more people because the medical community is not going to put up with the stigma anymore. We're dying with cancer, and we're not afraid to come protect our rights.
And we fight back.
Thank you
For your comments. Okay. Someone want to move, we adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year to you,
Year.
Mrs. Tucci.
Is that what her name is?
Tucci.
246 minutes out.
Yeah, Jeff gets him every time.
Yeah, Jeff was on fire that day.
Man, he's always on fire.
We were just watching him educate the cops.
That was great.
It was one of those moments where Jeff was just on fire, just educating.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him. I was learning stuff from him after that, with the ratios and the chart.
That was like a great little educational moment. He clearly knows what the hell he's doing. Like, clearly.
Yeah.
Very impressive, you know?
Yeah, he had the decarboxylation chart.
You know, and also the knowledge behind why everything is the way it is.
Yeah.
Not just this is how you do it.
This is the chart. This is what you do. Do this, and you do okay. No, he's explaining why.
The reasons why.
And it's like, oh.
Some people know you turn the switch on and the light goes on. Jeff knows why the light's going on and why there's things happening to make it work.
And the philosophy behind it.
Right.
Is it all real and relative? And
Yep. Yeah, he's good like that.
Spiritual aspect of turning a light on.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
We love you, Jeff.
Jeff Ray.
I think he was in Oceanport tonight, right?
Yeah, he had his own meeting.
Right.
I bet he's live. He's going against us tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that later.
Yeah. You can watch us and we'll watch you.
Right.
Watch each other. We had a good one
It'll be
today.
fun.
What's that?
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
What's going to be fun is listening to you play guitar. I have to set up a microphone for you for your guitar, which could be that one, I guess.
You'll have to probably do that for the guitar.
Does it plug in? Does your guitar plug?
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does plug in.
You got a plug?
I don't have a plug with me.
Quarter inch, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You don't happen to have a guitar pick, do you? I got one in the car.
No, but I have a quarter-inch cable.
Quarter-inch cable's half the battle.
Step one.
There's let me see if make sure it's in tune. Should be.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna be you're in for a treat tonight. We're gonna have live music here in the studio. Mikey V's gonna jam for us.
I don't even need a pick, actually. I'm not gonna be finger picking. Yeah, there's a battery in here. So it should just plug in. I think once it plugs in, then this is able to, like, this goes on kind of thing. Let's see.
You may have to
This battery, maybe this battery is dead.
What kind of battery?
It's a 9-volt. It's got juice.
Yeah.
Oh, it just kind of just blinked for a second.
All right, Mikey's getting his guitar.
Do you have a 9-volt?
I don't know. Probably my truck.
Yeah, this thing's showing battery light, which means the battery's probably.
All right, I can check. You start a song and I'll check, and I'll hook up the other mic for the other.
Do a quick tune, real quick. What's going on?
While you're playing that, I'll play Sampler.
I can come.
Okay, terrific.
Do we need? All right, so we're gonna have some jamming from Mikey.
Check one, check two, maybe, yeah, okay.
Oh, I heard something.
Oh, wait, let me just do this real quick.
I hear something.
Yeah, you see that? Oh, now it's working. That's
All right.
weird. Yeah, that just did it for whatever reason.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going. Sounds good.
Had a natural tendency to squeeze off the shot. You could fun at parties and you wear the right masks. You rolled but you still like a laugh. In the locker room you can't abide change when you're home on the rain. You opened your suitcase behind your old workings to show off the magnum you defeated the canyon. But comfort my friend, only upstaged in the end by the Uzi machine gun. Does the recoil remind you of sex, old man? What the hell you gonna kill next? Old timer, what the hell you gonna kill next? I looked over at Jordan and what did I see? I saw a U.S. Marine in a pile of debris. I swam in your pools and lay under your palm trees. I looked in the eyes of the Indian who lay on the federal building step. Through the rangefinder, over the hills, I saw the frontline boys popping their pills. Sick of that mess they left on their desert stage and the bravery of being out of range. Yeah, the question is vexed. Old timer, what the hell you gonna kill next? Oh man, what the hell you gonna kill next? Hey bartender, over here, I want 2 more shots and 2 more beers. Sir, turn up that TV sound, the war has started on the ground. Just love those laser guided bombs, they're really great for righting wrongs. You hit the target, you win the game. From bars 3,000 miles away, 3,000 miles away. But you play the game with the bravery of being out of range. We zap and maim with the bravery of being out of range. While we gain terrain with the bravery of being out of range. Well, we strafe the train with the bravery of being out of range.
Woo! Yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
That was a Roger Waters song about war. So let me do one that I wrote that kind of ties into the theme of war.
Okay.
So this song's about PTSD. It's about a Vietnam soldier coming back from Vietnam and being ultimately screwed up permanently.
I can't wait for Daddy to come back from this dream, and all the things that he's seen, and everything in between. I can't wait for Daddy to come back from his dream, and all the things that he's seen, and everything in between. We'll all get to spend some more time. Baby, don't worry, everything will be fine. But Daddy's walk looked more like a Roman. When we opened the door, he looked all alone. Daddy never really ever came home. Daddy never really ever came home. As I sit here across from you, I can't help but care that I can't release this feeling I get. I've been listening to you say everything is unfair. This is wrong, you are right, but my friend, I don't care. It seems that somebody else has been controlling my knobs, turning switches and dials, pushing buttons for miles. But the one they never killed was the one labeled power. So my red light's been on for hours, hours and hours. I can't break free from all that I've seen. I've seen murders and slaughters, a bit too much of young children and babies and women and such. Every bang is now a boom. I hit the floor in my room and the concrete is dirt and my mind starts to hurt.
What's that called?
It was called Vietnam Dan. I wrote that like many, many years ago about PTSD before I even realized how good marijuana was for people. I wrote that when I was like 17.
Wow. I had to find my daddy's journal.
Yeah, I like songs that have to do with war and all that shit. Let me do what's another one I could do? You know what? Just to make sure I don't mess.
If you have any instrumental guitar stuff, I could speak some real Vietnam stuff.
Oh.
Some real Vietnam POW shit. Because
Yeah,
my
let's do
dad
that.
was a POW. You know that, right?
Yep.
My daddy was a POW in Vietnam. And he was locked up, not by the Vietnamese. My daddy was locked up by America because he was smoking weed.
Just like you, he liked weed.
I never really knew that. My daddy was a revolutionary. Oh, man. In Marxist theory, the non-communist orbit is incurably divided against itself by the class struggle within each separate country. The cutthroat competition amongst capitalist countries and the struggle of colonies to escape from imperialist control and establish their own independence. We do not want war. We want peace. We want peaceful work. Our policy is peace. Workers in capitalist countries want peaceful work too. They do not want war. Their policy is peace. Only capitalists want war. They want profits. War gives them large profits. Their policy is war. The progressive people all over the world struggle for peace. Capitalists struggle for war. Their policy is war. Capitalists struggle for war. Their policy is war. The leaders of new nations have vivid recollections of past frustrations. As colonials of a foreign power, the leaders of underdeveloped nations, which have been independent for many, many years or generations, they have national patriotic pride and are reluctant to face the fact that the political and social system that they evolved over the years may be inappropriate or inadequate to meet today's demands. Democracy is not a democracy when it fails to meet the people's needs. Wow. My dad is pretty smart. Simply because I am confined, I am not converted. Simply because I am confined, I will not be converted. The liberation movement must have the following 3 requirements. 1, mobility. 2, knowledge of terrain. 3, intelligence. The people will provide support for the side that will punish them most seriously for disloyalty to its cause, and the innocent suffer from terrorist acts. There is no room for political and diplomatic considerations, but only for the recognition that terrorism is a necessary evil that threatens not only its real targets, but everyone else as well. We cut the throat of a calf, hang it up by the heels, to bleed to death, so that our veal cutlets may be white. We tear birds to pieces to decorate women's hats and various other necessary reasons. We mutilate domestic animals for no reason.
Amen.
All except to follow an instinctively cruel fashion. We create and perform some silly and perverted tortures in the hope of discovering some magical cure for our own diseases. We pass out the death sentence, thinking on the principle. Yeah. The 2 blacks make a white. Oh, 2 blacks make a white. I don't think the scales of justice ever took the life of any man. Only another man can do this. We have laws that offer us the opportunity to become intoxicated by liquid, but not passively comfortable by herb. Passively comfortable by herb. This is all the good life, fellas. Boys and girls, this is good life. This really is. You're lucky if you're listening to this right now. You're lucky that you're here right now listening to this. Because my daddy was a POW in Vietnam when he wrote this. He had no hope, but you got hope. And you don't have to have hope to give hope. You know that? This is me. This ain't daddy. This is me. I'm telling you right now, you ain't got to have hope to to give hope to somebody. And that hope that you give to somebody is going to give you hope. No shit, man. It works like that. But this is good. This is back in 1969, man. Daddy wrote this. And he says this. You're going to like this. He says, the person who won't conform to society is labeled as an outcast. That's you, Mikey. And his thoughts and ideas are rejected as folly.
That's right.
This outcast person seems to me to be the only person who truly knows where he or she is going.
That is me.
And truly knows what is happening. This is great. To me, a mad person is a person who expresses in a very difficult language, a very painful language, the realities of their society. Yeah, our society's fucked. Since the others don't understand the language, they have to do something with this person. So they call this person a lunatic and lock him away. I think that those people who are labeled insane by a society who thinks itself is sane are the people who have escaped and are free, and not in the sense of running away from something, but in running towards something. I think the lunatic is finding in a painful and alienated way a means of rejection of this world in which he can't live. Our society, both Soviet and capitalistic, systematically destroys the basic human possibilities. Many people are in a trap. One way out of the trap is to conform. Another way out is to not conform. If you don't conform and are fortunate enough to be talented as a writer or a poet or an actor or a guitar player like Mikey, then people expect you to be an idiot anyway, and you are accepted as much as possible.
Such good words.
But if you can't be creative in what society calls creative, and you are creative in your own way and not acceptable to society, under our system, simply by not behaving in any way which people recognize as being sane, you are certified as insane. Who sets up society's standards for sanity? I have to sing that line. Who sets up society's standards for sanity? Who sets up society's standards for sanity? Who is to say that the standard setters are insane? Is the norm really the norm? To find a shark with crystal rain, create a rainbow within me, with a pot of gold at the end of my brain, an eternity to set me free, to feel the earth's good vibes and ride the edge of dawn, once again to be nature's child, pure as a newborn fawn. Yeah.
Some good words.
Yeah, Daddy.
It's like really, really like deep.
Man.
It's good shit.
That Vietnamese weed's good.
Yeah, right. Not half bad. Man, like a chip off the old block there with the creativeness, I'll tell you.
Man, it's good stuff.
Very spiritually philosophical.
I like that.
Very good shit.
Did I just stop the camera? Yeah, me and Daddy would have got along. Actually, I met my daddy once when I was like 25. I met him in Miami at the Fontainebleau Hotel for the first time, and we smoked a joint together.
Oh, is that right?
And yeah, and that was it.
You kidding?
I was a little upset with him that he left me when I was 3. but I don't know if it was all his fault. So
Dads will do that.
yeah, my dad was a free spirit. As you can see, he was kind of, out there.
Look at the offspring. Chip off the old block.
Wow, that was really good stuff, though. Wow. Mikey, that was amazing. This has been a great show.
Maybe I'll do one more. How about that?
Yeah, please.
I'll do one more. This will be like a tribute to the whole the whole Bricktown thing that's going on.
Oh, okay, let's do it. Michael and Gina sitting in a tree. Kissing. Play that song. Come on, let's play it.
I don't know how to do that on the guitar.
Let's do it. Come on.
I don't know how to do the guitar, though.
Ding, ding, country. Ding, ding. Michael and... That's it. Michael and Gina sitting in a tree.
Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby in the baby carriage. Sucking his thumb, wetting his pants, and doing the hula hula dance.
One more time. One more time.
Mikey and Gina. Mikey and Gina. Mikey and Gina sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, and then comes marriage, and then comes a baby in the baby carriage. He'll be smoking some pot, he'll be sucking his thumb, doing the hula hula dance.
Woo! Oh my God. Our kid's gonna be smoking.
You are gonna have a hot baby.
Oh, see, I was thinking smoking. Like, I got you.
Oh.
I got you. Yeah, no, two good-looking people, right? That's what you're getting at. I got you.
Well, usually two ugly people have a hot baby.
Isn't that weird when that happens? When you have two ugly-ass people and the kid's, like, not ugly?
How'd that
I'll
happen?
never understand it. Or, like, even geniuses. Like, geniuses' parents weren't as smart as those geniuses. Like, how does that even work out? Two dumber parents making a really smart kid? What the hell is that all about? Obviously, Einstein's parents didn't supersede his intelligence, I don't think. Okay, but yeah, let me do one more. And this will be the tribute for Brick, because everyone's on edge. Everybody needs to just calm down, at the end of the day. Treat each other well, kind of a thing. So that's the reference for this one.
I was lying in my room and the news came on TV. The violence in this world, no, it really scares me. Love and mercy, that's what you need tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends on the 9th. I was sitting in a crummy movie with my hands on my chin. All the violence in this world seems like we'll never win. Love and mercy, that's what you need tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends on the 9th. I was standing in a bar and watching all the people in there. The loneliness in this world, oh, it's just not fair. Love and mercy, that's what you need tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends on the 9th. Love and mercy to you and your friends tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends on the 9th. Love and mercy on the 9th.
Beautiful. I think Gina is hot and bothered right now.
You think that? Yeah. Let's see, should we go like turn this volume down, then pull this out, you think?
Sure. I think Gina's very excited to see you on the 9th.
Yeah, she wants it, right?
If you play guitar like that, you can woo anybody.
Oh, I like the
That's what does it.
That's all I need is like extra confidence. But in all honesty, Love and Mercy on the 9th.
I can't wait. I don't know if I can make that one, but we'll see.
Yeah, when is your surgery?
My surgery is the 15th, but I have stuff on the 8th and 9th. I have a court on the 9th, actually.
Oh, for your
court with Hayburn.
Hayburn, yeah. What happened the first time that you went with him? It just got postponed, pretty much, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're fighting over the video and about the audio that I added to the video and my moniker that I added to the video. They don't like
Fighting
that.
meaning that the video's not authentic in its
he's-
true form.
The video basically sinks him, so he's trying to get the video taken out of the evidence.
Right.
All the videos, like not just. I had 4 video cameras that day lined up, plus the Judge Massey's cameras, and you hit me on camera.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Officer of the court.
I seen it.
Assaults me.
Yep.
What are you doing? But he's in a lot of trouble anyway. That guy. All right. Did I want to make another phone call before I made my last phone call? Are we done here? I think we're done. One more call.
How do you turn that on?
Dum 5 times.
Oh, no shit.
Ladies, did you enjoy that?
Hello?
Did you enjoy Mikey serenading?
Oh, I sure did. That was really beautiful.
Wasn't that great?
It was. You should do that like every show.
I know. Mikey should come up here. He should drive 2 hours every week, twice a week.
Every week.
Twice a week and come up here for free and do this with us for free.
Right, because we don't get paid for this.
Because we don't get paid. We're just, I'm sure Mikey
We
helped.
don't want to get paid either.
Well, Mikey helped a few patients tonight.
Oh, good job.
There was some women who couldn't have orgasms, and they had orgasms.
And that was the way to get it done.
Oh.
Sometimes you
Oh
gotta
my
go.
God.
You gotta go above and beyond the normal call. Everybody has a different calling, and everybody's here for a different reason. But I like to go above and beyond the normal calling. We all have had standards. Everyone thinks my standards might be not like up top. No, they're up top.
No,
they're over the top.
Yeah.
They're over the top.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
They're up there.
You got game, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's yeah.
I didn't know that was the objective.
Why do guys be in rock bands? Guys don't get in rock bands because they like music.
Yeah,
That's
secondary.
They don't give a shit about the music.
Right. It's all about
trying to get laid
that night. Yeah.
Didn't know that?
Did he, like, horse that?
It's like,
No.
It's like, oh, guys, boys, oh. So
Really?
gross.
How was your New Year's, by the way? I haven't talked to you in a while. What's going on? How was your New Year's?
Mine?
Get drunk?
Is that a joke?
I guess that's a yes.
That's funny. Yes, I did.
Rang in the
I
new
had a
year.
great time.
That's good.
Good. Glad you had fun.
Yeah. Count your toes.
Exactly.
I have 10.
Count your diabetic toes. Make sure they're not purple.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a good one. You're so funny. How was your New Year's Eve?
Oh, it was just great. I fell asleep at 8, 9.
I
Like
fell asleep
old
at
man
8:30.
time? Are you guys serious?
I woke up at 5 to 12, and I'm like, okay. There's the ball dropping.
I woke up at 3, and I fell asleep at 8:30, and then I woke up at 3 in the morning, and there was random ass New Year's Eve texts from people I haven't even talked to in a while.
Well, that's great.
Strange and random. It's okay, all right.
Drunk dialing.
Mess text or something, you know.
All ex-girlfriends that, Mikey,
Literally.
play guitar for me. Play some guitar. I'm all hot and horny on New Year's Eve. Play some guitar.
Right?
The ones that didn't have a New Year's
Bring
kiss.
me into the new year.
Did you get a New Year's kiss, Honeyb?
I did.
Nice.
What was her name?
Tishy.
Oh,
beautiful.
It was, a sympathetic kiss.
Nothing that was just a little peck.
No, we're girlfriends, but not that kind.
Fair enough.
Sorry for your luck.
I'm supposed to learn something, I guess. That's what my universe is telling me. More to come, so we'll see what happens.
So listen, we had Wayne's old cellmate on the phone before, and
no way.
He disputes everything Wayne says, and
He said it's all lies.
I believe him because Wayne does tend to lie. He does.
What did he say?
It's all the time.
He said it's bullshit. He just straight up said it was all not even true. We talked to him. He actually was very receptive to the conversations that we were having with him. We spoke with him for a while. And then once Lefty brought up the thing about Wayne, he got hung up on that for like 10 minutes. Swearing it never happened.
Swearing what never happened?
The incident of...
confrontation.
Confrontation, I guess, is the best way to say it.
It wasn't a fight, but it was almost a fight.
Almost a fight.
I'm pretty sure those were fighting words he was saying.
Yeah.
It didn't make you feel good.
I mean, in Wayne's defense, if it was an almost fight, that's not something that you may remember. The moments before a fight, that wasn't a fight.
If Wayne was to explain the situation and refresh his memory with why they almost fought, then I think they would.
Wayne should go to the Oceanport thing. That's what he should do.
He's scared. He texted me.
Is he truly
Here,
scared?
He texted me. Yes.
Or is he trying to be funny?
No, here he texted me. It's pretty funny. Watch.
He just straight up doesn't want nothing to do with this psycho.
He's so scared.
His whole.
Listen to this. He goes like this.
All right.
I said, oh wait, here it is. Okay. I said, call me, you little bitch. He's like, I'm going to delivery. I'm like, pick up the phone. He's like, no, BS, my phone's going to die, Lefty. I'm like, DeLeon just called in. Hurry up. He's like, I want no part of that. I'm like, well, DeLeon says that you lied, Wayne. And Michael DeLeon, and we even spelt your name out, so he knows who you are. And Wayne says, dude, I don't want no part of that. Baby. Really?
Wow.
Yeah, Waz, right. What a baby. I want no part of that. He scares me, Lefty.
All scared of this other person like that. That's bullshit.
He's actually a nice guy.
He seemed actually like really nice.
I kind of like him.
Yeah, like I was. I don't want to say I was looking to hate him, but he seemed okay.
Yeah, I was looking for a reason to get on him, and yeah, there's a few things, but nothing that. No,
I was hoping he was like a fresh target.
Yeah, he's not a target.
Yeah, he made a really bad documentary about marijuana a couple of years ago that he seems to really be retracting his current status on how he approaches these educational excursions or whatever you want to call them. So he's rolled back the anti-marijuana stuff, and we were happy to hear that.
Yeah.
He's talking a lot about CBD.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Michael DeLeon.
But that is the question. Who is he?
Who is he?
That's a really good question.
Where did he come from?
He says he evolved. That's what he says. Yeah, he actually evolved.
So you were a troll until you evolved?
We were going to troll him, but he turned, he's not a Read for Madness kind of guy.
No?
He's not stigmatizing our medicine. He's not trying to stop us from getting our medicine. He's not paid to stop us from getting our medicine.
I'm glad I didn't fire at him hard on the internet. All I just kept saying was, we'll get him, with like a fire emoji. That's all I kept saying.
I said something bad. I'm going to take it down now.
Did you? Well, that's the power of, in life you got to judge. You got to make judgment calls before really knowing too much. Unfortunately or fortunately.
I feed into it.
You watched the Marijuana X thing. You watched pieces of it. You have every right to have said something.
Yeah, you upset me.
That video was garbage. But it's funny.
How did he upset you?
It's funny that Honeyb, when we called him, it was just the number that was on the end of one of his videos on YouTube. We just called it up.
He put his number out there.
And like, lady, I don't know. Maybe,
no way.
Yeah.
Basically answered.
And it was like the best call ever on the show.
You were on the phone with him. He was on the phone for like an hour.
Yeah, he was a really good caller. It was amazing.
Oh, awesome.
You got to listen to it.
He was really
I gotta listen
receptive.
to it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I don't want to say he was extremely. I don't want to say he was extremely knowledgeable, but he knew his shtick. You know, his whole spiel, whatever you know.
He's open to what we have to say.
Right. He wasn't, you know.
And we're on the same page as far as helping people.
Right.
And I can't fault anyone for that.
Right.
And what did he say when he realized it was you?
Called him. What did he call you?
Leslie.
Leslie.
And I'm like, okay, now we're on the wrong foot.
What?
Now we got a problem. Fuck
It was
face.
Leslie Grimes.
No.
Cool, not cool.
That's cute. Oh, that's so cute.
That's cute. That's cute, Barry. You're cute. Call me Leslie.
So cute,
Yeah, well,
Leslie Grimes.
You know what's cute is Lefty has a date with him on Wednesday, but now he has to cancel it.
Oh, I do have to cancel.
Yeah, he had a day date set up with him on Wednesday.
A date, Leslie?
A day date.
A date.
A
A
day
date,
date.
date. Just a gay date.
No, I'm not.
Oh, just
I'm not
kidding.
gay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gay anymore. I'm not gay anymore.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, you are gay.
Okay, Leslie.
She thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that post? Oh God.
Trying to find it so you can remove it.
Yeah, I'm taking it down.
Was that an actual
What
post? Or?
post?
I just did the gang mentality shit. I just piled on like everyone else did. I'm a dick.
And then that post like just added fuel to the fire, and everyone else was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get him."
Yeah.
It was like a chain reaction.
Well, I don't disagree with anyone that on my team. I'm just you guys want to do something? I'm like, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You wanted to go after who was it? The other day we went after him. It was fun.
Yeah, you're always open.
The other one, yeah, I'm open. Yeah,
You're pretty open. You're pretty open.
Got a
to-
target? Let's go.
Yeah, I like that.
I like targets. Where the hell did we go recently? Before that one, went somewhere else too. Oh, we went to Florham Park. Is that where we went? That was a good one.
Well, apparently I'm going there too because I'm live. I'm live in right now.
See, there's going to be a whole round two. You have to understand, there's a round two coming up. All those towns we went to, we got to go back again.
Yeah, I think we should go to Point Pleasant Beach first.
I'm down.
Because that would make the most sense. Because
Yes.
he's said we did it first. So let's make sure we give him what he did, and we'll give it back to him, and we'll go there first.
Mm-hmm.
First meeting after that.
And second.
Yeah.
And third.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just go there for every meeting.
Yep.
I'll just make an event for every council meeting. There'll be an INE tour.
Yeah.
and
Hey,
sesh.
that's my area.
Yeah.
If nobody else can show up, I will be there.
Just
I'll
burn.
be there week after week.
Uber there
Every
and
2
burn.
weeks. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right, Uber. Don't forget to Uber.
Uber and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing now. That's their thing. They want to watch us when we leave to
Right,
make sure
that-
we're not driving.
Yeah, they were very much on that in Long Branch the other day. West Long Branch.
Watching us.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Don't play that game. We're not going to play that game with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we outsmarted them.
No, we're not playing. I'm not going to play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing that game. Because they could. It's stupid. They can get me right
They
now.
can cause you lots of problems.
There's lots of things they can do to us, and there's lots of more things we can do
Right.
to them. And they want
So
to do.
be careful.
It could be really ugly, but we're fighting for cops now, and they need to realize that we're fighting for them, and I think they like that.
They gotta like that.
Yeah,
I mean, how could you not?
we're crossing the blue line for them because they can't.
We're serving and protecting their needs that can't be addressed.
Yep. Their own councils don't support them. Their own chiefs don't support them. Their own unions don't support them. And the stoners support them, though.
Yeah, go figure that one out. How does that even compute?
It's New
Well,
Jer-
maybe they secretly support them, but, out loud they can't do that.
No, you can say anything you want in this world. You have free speech, and if the unions came out and
No,
says,
that's
no,
not true.
this is wrong.
That is not true.
If they came out in a group and said,
FM.
no, if they came out in a group, yeah, they'd have power. They need to come out in a group. It's a stigma. It's a damn stigma. And it pisses me off that the fucking stigma. If it was any other drug, it would be fine. But it's fucking marijuana, cannabis.
Cannabis.
I'm sick of this stigma already. I'm damn sick of it. Like Jeff says, stop stigmatizing my medicine.
Mm-hmm.
medicine.
Mike, you got to watch him.
I will. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to keep a tight leash on him.
Really, he'll go by himself, rogue somewhere, without batteries in his phone. He'll be 2%, and he'll say, "Okay, I'm gonna make a video now."
Yeah.
No, you got to watch his back, buddy system, because he's a nut. He's worse than me.
Yeah.
He gets fired up like me, and he just, I'm going out there.
He does.
Yeah,
He does.
You got to keep an eye on him. Watch his back.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep him safe. Well, you know what? Who's gonna keep me safe?
Him. Jeff can watch you.
Okay, all right. We'll do the buddy system.
Buddy
Yeah, just
system.
buddy
You
system.
got to do the
Yep.
buddy system.
Film.
I try to do it every time, and sometimes I haven't done it, and I run into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
Make sure the battery's charged.
Batteries and buddies. Batteries and buddies.
There you go.
Bats and buds.
Batteries, butter, and bud. And butter. Butter, batteries, bud.
Buds and butter.
And butter. What was the other one?
Buns and buns.
Buns.
And
buns and burgers.
Bucks.
And
Need some
yeah.
bucks. And what else?
Some bimbos.
Some boofing. wait. All right, no.
All those are bad optics for me and Jeff.
Back it up.
No boofing.
It's another big.
No
back
bun.
it up.
No, back it up. Get it? Back it up. No.
Do it.
Get it there. Oh shit! All right, so what are we down to? Bucks, batteries,
Batteries, bucks.
Let's write this down. Honeyb, write this down.
Bud and butter.
Butter.
Bud and butter.
What am I writing down?
Beer.
Beer.
Beer would be good.
Beer.
Bottles of beer.
Babes.
Babes and bimbos.
Babes, bimbos,
Yeah,
beers.
in bikinis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are
Boobs?
who are representing boldness. Yeah.
Bald.
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 We'll take ones with brains.
Brains? What's that?
Big breastises.
Breastises?
There's a lot of B's.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that letter.
So why are we bringing big breastises and all this to the council meeting?
Buds.
And buds and
How
butter.
do we get
That
there?
really went the wrong direction.
Yeah, how do we get there?
Yeah, I don't know how that got there.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wow.
Cannabis got us there.
Yeah.
Well, that was a hell of a show, I got to tell you.
Yeah, it was a good show, right?
It was really good, man.
Good job, guys.
It's the end of the show, so this is what we do at the end of the show now.
Turn it off.
You cry.
You turn it off.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, Mikey. Mikey, turn it off.
Turn it off.
I'm going to end the show now.
Oh,
Turn it off.
no.
What a horrible clip. Can you imagine what... Oh, God.
It's intense.
It's terrible.
It's got a intensity to it.
This one's intense.
I'm Dick Black. You're doing a porno movie, right?
Right.
Then I'm the man for you.
Well, I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Black, but I'm afraid you're not exactly the type we're looking for.
You mean because I'm black?
No, you're just not the type.
What do you mean, not the type? Man, don't you know who I am? I'm Big Dick Black. I've done more porno movies than you ever saw. I worked with Harry Reams, Johnny Wide. Not the type? I can come 10 times a day. I can keep it hard for 2 hours at a time. I'm a woman's dream. I got a dick hung on me 9 inches long.
I'm sorry, Mr. Black. I'm sure you're very good, but at the moment, I just don't have anything for you. If something comes up, I'll be happy to give you a call.
Shh. You don't want to hire niggas, that's all. I knew this was a scam. This is bullshit.
Wow.
Gold.
Wow.
The clip in its entirety is gold.
Okay, terrific.
That is the best clip ever.
Man, it's good stuff.
So many samples you can just lift off
Within
there.
that, yeah.
Amazing. I heard that from the Opie and Anthony show, actually.
Is that how you found it? It's a nice little bracket of goodness.
Imagine making that scene as a director.
Oh God!
Oh,
yeah.
you're dying.
And keeping you'd have to keep a straight face, which means you were really seeing the artistic value of it, because you wouldn't be able to crack a smile. You'd have to really be in on that. Because it's gold.
There must be outtakes. Where's the bloopers of that one?
No, he nailed it on the first try. Nope. He went in there, guns blazing, and just killed it. Laid it down. One take.
I can keep it hard for 2 hours at a time. I'm Big Dick Black. I can come 10 times a day.
Good stuff.
Good stuff indeed.
Are you there, Honeybee?
She fell asleep.
I sure am. Just try not to be noisy over here. Whoa.
Well, I want to thank.
I got.
Huh?
I'm just, smelling the sugar diamonds.
Diamonds. Oh, must be nice. Waking up in a field of
It
pot,
is.
smoking diamonds all day, and terp
Yep,
sauce,
yep.
and
Doesn't sound like stress.
for like $5 a gram. And what else? Rub it in some more. Go ahead. What
Oh.
else?
Too much weed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just weed-
medibles. Too much, yeah.
Weed everywhere. Yeah. Good weed.
Everywhere.
Cheap.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, we know.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
Everywhere and anywhere.
Delicious.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
You're welcome.
Good times.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it.
Followed by like a real sigh over here in New Jersey.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Uh-huh.
Be sick over there.
Let me look at my plants I'm growing.
That's tough. That just hurt. That stung.
I'm a dick.
I would be too if I was out there. I'd be doing the same thing.
why not?
I'd be rubbing it in.
Ha ha. Sorry for your luck, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. You guys can't afford to live with the housing prices, and you can't afford the weed. I'd be rubbing it in, right?
Yep. Uh-huh. That's what I'm doing. Stirring it up right now. Well, I'm actually stirring up 2 ounces of green crack.
Nice.
Sugar diamonds right now. Oh, it's so strong.
Sugar diamonds. Like it's nothing.
Oh.
Like, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Just like a pork roll.
I just have
cheese
2
sandwich.
ounces of green crack, sugar diamonds, and Bruce Banner 3.
And I bet everyone has diamonds out there. Like it's nothing. Just everyone carries diamonds in case you run out. Does your friend has them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
nothing. Must be nice.
Just like nothing. It is nice. Sorry.
Michael DeLeon was really concerned about high concentrate THC.
Yeah.
That was one of the things he was concerned about.
Yep. The children getting it.
Right, right.
Oh, yeah, because children get it.
Well,
even though it's such a low price, why would you leave that out for your children? Like,
Yeah.
Really?
Kids shouldn't be using that stuff unless they're sick and they really need it. But kids shouldn't be using that shit.
no.
You're right. He's right. Those are things I agree with him on. There's some things that I'm a little gray on with him.
Well, it's just because he just doesn't understand all the way.
Well, he seemed to be pretty open to discuss things because I guess of the backlash he's received online. So so he wanted to, I guess, set some of the record straight, which he answered some questions. He wasn't bad. Lefty's gonna have to cancel his day date with him though.
Damn it.
Damn it, Jim.
I'm trying to find that post. I'm going to erase it.
Hopefully that guy doesn't show up at Wayne's house tonight. Where's this Burrini guy?
Wayne's in trouble. Whether regardless, you're in trouble, buddy. You're a liar.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Liar, liar,
Pants on fire.
Uh-oh. You're really trying to find a post right now?
No, I'm actually going to read off the
What?
list now. CMMNJ,
Okay.
NewJerseyWeedman.com, SativaCross.com, MagicalButter.com, UFC.
We love magical butter.
We do. UFCW.
We should give away a machine here shortly.
You have a machine to give away on your podcast, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you do a friggin' podcast already? What the hell are you waiting for? Still waiting. Hashtag still waiting.
Hashtag still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting. Let's see, still waiting.
Why are we still waiting?
Why are we still waiting?
Why are we still waiting?
Why? Yeah, let's see why.
I can wait 10 times a day.
That's what you do.
That makes waiting sound
This
fun.
could go back and forth and back and forth.
UFCW, Local 152. Huh? Huh?
I was going to say, it's not as easy as it seems. It's rather difficult.
David versus Autism, davidversusautism.org, medical-freedom.com, New Jersey Grannies for Grass, jacksonstorms.com, Arlo Glass, oprahmachine.com, Pure Puff Vapor Supply, and Sativa Cross West with Honeybee.
Yes, here I am.
Anything funny to say before I jump in the sad part of the pool?
Oh, you know what? I thought of a new product today.
What the hell is that you're talking about? Listen to this, Mikey.
Let me hear it.
Oh, my God.
Anything good?
No, it's not good.
Okay, this is why I thought of it.
Which strain of cannabis were you on when you thought of this? What strain? Was it green crack?
I don't know.
I want some green crack because you were out of your fucking mind when you thought of this. Go ahead.
I would ask.
Go ahead. Tell everyone what you thought about.
I was thinking of making fart pads.
Fart pads.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, they would be useful in what scenario?
For instance, this is why I thought of it, because when I take like a big dab, then like sometimes I cough so hard I fart.
Okay.
So then if I had a fart pad, I would be like, it could be simple.
Provided
It muffs
relief.
the sound. Yeah, see?
Maybe some charcoal for the smell.
Right?
You just gave me the best idea. I forgot to play something.
You got an idea off that idea?
Yeah, thank you for telling me this because, oh my God, I have Wayne sends me crap chats every week.
Oh yeah. So
I have.
What do you got? A stockpile?
I have a bunch
Oh my
of them piled. Like
God.
I'm backed up with Wayne's shit.
I know, I tell Lefty, don't open that one. Do not
backed
open that
up.
one.
Wayne's shit is
I
back.
open that one, do not open it.
I'm opening it. I'm going to show the whole world it. I'm showing the whole.
Oh,
I'm so glad I can't say it.
You have been warned.
Oh,
no.
my God.
Showing the world.
This is horrible. This is
Oh,
horrible.
no.
I am
If you
so glad.
if you show the world, make sure that nobody's eating.
You know what? I can picture it now because, oh, my God.
Oh, you pictured it in
These
your
are
head.
bad. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
to throw
I
up.
want you to see Mikey's face
Oh,
when I
no.
do this because
My
he's
face-
getting grossed out.
My
Oh.
face is already in that manner.
I'm already throwing up. Seriously, two.
All right, right there. All right, now watch this. This is Wayne. Hold on.
Thank God I don't have my glasses on.
All right, this is Wayne. This is what Wayne sends me. Oh my God.
That shit right there, man. That's like some fucking Illuminati shit.
No.
Illuminati.
Puminati.
Fucking put the. That's it. Illuminati.
Puminati.
That left marks.
I left the mark.
I mean,
Oh,
this
no,
is
no.
like that. Like, I gotta give you that looks like a softball. I don't think you realize how big this fucking thing is. Holy shit! Watch.
Oh no.
Movie.
Not
A
nasty.
lot of water on that shit. Look at it, still going. Oh God.
Oh.
You eat it.
Oh God.
I get those.
Oh. Oh. God.
Yeah. See why I was already thrown up?
Fuck. Oh my God. Dear God, his I don't even. I can't. I can't. I got nothing. Oh my God.
I've been shit raped again.
Yeah.
This is how he asserts dominance over the rest of us with his shit. He thinks his shit is bigger than everyone else's, and he has to show it to everyone else and show how dominant he is over everyone else. And we've just been shit raped.
It's like some caveman shit.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up.
Does he have does he have one of those big clubs? clubs the girl over the head and drags her back home.
Oh, I feel dirty. I feel like I need to wash
Yeah,
myself.
you should. Yeah, you do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That is disgusting.
I feel like
I told you.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Was that the one with the? That he was actually playing with it.
Yeah, with this. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was that? What is that? I
Why
mean,
did you have to go that far?
so who plays with their shit? Like basically babies and
Wayne does.
also Wayne.
Babies.
Well, Wayne's trying to do.
Maybe prisoners.
Who's
but- I mean, it's a small group of people who are willing to do that.
Poop art.
He's a shitty artist.
Yeah. That's a good one. One time he sent us a rose. Oh, it was so gross.
Oh my God. All right, that's enough. All right, we're gonna move on.
Thank God you saved that for the end of the show, because otherwise I would just have
that image
dulled down. Like I can't talk about anything intelligent now.
I like his commentary though.
That's the part that I just
right.
That's the part for me. I don't know about everybody watching and you guys, but that's the part that for me, I just can't. Like I just can't. And then the video of his face. Of course, he's got nothing.
But at least he has a clean toilet. Sometimes it's really dirty.
Yeah, after a month of me telling him to clean it.
I was looking for the
right?
at least, but I couldn't find the at least anything on that.
He's like, oh, that one left a mark. What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at that one.
Yeah, grunting.
Yeah, he's grunting and
real
deep. Sick.
It was like rumbly.
He's a sick fuck.
Yeah.
Something wrong with him. Oh.
You think?
Yeah. You ask him if he does PR, he'll be like, no, I ain't no fucking crazy fuck.
Oh.
Except you take snapshots of your poop.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible human being.
But you know what Lefty does? He takes like pre and post pictures. Wayne takes during. Yes, I take that. So did you like my idea of fart pads or not?
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think I'd like to.
You don't ever cough and like cough so hard it makes you fart?
No, but are these?
Oh, you know why? You know why? Because you guys just fart all the time, don't you? You don't care. See, girls do.
Yeah,
No.
but does this pad does this just muff the sound, or does it also like deodorize?
Both.
Okay. I like that.
Mostly the sound.
That's mostly this. Well, yeah, if you're on a hard chair, sure.
Oh, it's a good laugh, but you know, sometimes you don't want to do that.
There are a few times where you don't want to do that, yeah.
Just take the idea to the Shark Tank.
Yeah, do it.
Mr.
So
Wonderful.
one time, me and Tishy were like at the bar, and I'm like, "Oh, Tishy," because we were going to smoke a joint. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta hurry and fart," because I don't want to fart when I smoke a joint. It's like a real problem. So I thought up a solution. Could go one of two ways, you know, pre-fart or fart pads.
Well, it's an idea. It's definitely
an idea.
It's
an idea.
definitely an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea.
I will totally give you that.
It could be
That's the-
partially shitty. But do you have no comments right now?
No, just go on Fart Tank or Sharp Tank and talk about it.
Shark Tank.
Go on Shark Tank and talk about the pads that go in the fart tank.
There you go.
Get a
I'm gonna
hot
do that.
model out there and try it out. And
Uh-huh. We'll have thong fart pads.
Would these be reusable?
Oh.
Because now
Oh.
we're still on it. Now I'm thinking.
Not if they're stained.
Yeah,
Not,
no,
it's
so
not a
these-
shard pad. It's a fart pad.
You can make disposable and
these would be
reusable.
Are these shard pads too, or fart pads? Can they be shard pads?
They're going to be shart.
Can you shart? If you can, if they're shartable, maybe.
A bunch of different lines.
Shartable. They'd have to be pretty big, though. Ew. Really, Lefty, you're really being quiet right now?
I'm really stoned and I'm really dying right now. Killing me.
He's laughing.
I'm dying over here.
Oh, my God.
It's just a long day. And just hearing about this fart thing. I
Oh,
don't
is
know,
it because
it's
your
just
name
too
is
much.
Leslie right
It's
now?
too extra, Honeybee. It's too extra.
Are you being there, Leslie?
Too much. It's too much.
Too much. Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
Really? You just said that?
I can't. You're right. I can't.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's be sad then.
Let's go be sad now. I want to be sad. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
be from happy to really sad. That's really easy on this show. We're good at that. Yeah, we're real good at that.
Okay, terrific.
Oh, shit. What the fuck was that? Shit. I should have played that. Yeah, that was some King Wayne shit, Ryan says. King Wayne shit.
Sure was. Yeah, that was. I wonder how everybody at home felt about that.
That was. Was that disgusting or what? Was that the most disgusting thing you ever saw in your
Now,
life?
I know I said that Lefty has to warn everybody who was eating, but that kind of just came out there. So hopefully nobody was eating. Wayne is definitely a hell of a shit artist, though.
He's trying to make a rose. It'll take him a lifetime to figure it out.
Did he say that? Was
Yeah.
he really? Yeah.
He did the. He did the loop. He did the ribbon.
He's on his way.
The ribbon was amazing. We use it all the time for assholes.
Yeah, the ribbon. Yeah, I've seen the ribbon.
The Brown Ribbon Award. You don't want that ribbon on your
Any
neck.
brown ribbon?
You don't want that.
That was one of his better works.
That's amazing work.
Mhm.
But hasn't repeated that ever since. It was like Led Zeppelin 4.
One of a kind.
Just never. No, just kidding.
Chasing like that high. First time was the best.
All right. Want to be sad?
No, but go ahead.
I don't either. But we have to. This is part of the show. It's actually why we do this show. We started this down at the State House, this podcast, because of Jenny Storms. But she didn't even start this. Cheryl Miller started this at the State House. Jim Miller used to push Cheryl up the street there, and she would take her medicine right there. And civil disobedience. She wasn't a patient back then. She was a criminal. And Cheryl Miller was she was some chick, man. She went out there and fought for her rights and fought for your rights. Amazing. Sabina Rose, Diane, Gracie, Cindy May, I'm going to play something for you. I think this is it here. I'm going to find this for you. Hold on.
What are you trying to find?
Here it is. Got it. I'm not even going to tell you. It's one of the people on our list. His name is Randy Robertson. And he made a video. You have to hear this. This is at the Pennsylvania State House a few years ago.
How are we all doing today? Woo! All right. My name's Randy Robertson, and I'm just going to tell you briefly my story. And I'm going to preface this with I get emotional sometimes, and if that happens, I apologize. Since my surgery, it's my wife, my daughter. So, I was diagnosed in March with stage 4 bile duct cancer, and I had a surgery at Hopkins called the Whipple procedure. And they tore out my bile duct and my gallbladder, my small intestine, part of my liver, part of my pancreas, part of my stomach. And they told me I might be cured. It was cool. I mean, I had the surgery, you know? So I'm scheduled for chemo, and my weight keeps dropping. I'm down to 147 pounds. My wife doesn't want me to start chemo because she thinks it's going to kill me. So we had a scan just to make sure the cancer hadn't returned. And it had. It had metastasized to my liver, to my lungs, and I was done. I decided I didn't want to be done. I decided 2% chance to live wasn't good enough for me. I decided normal protocol with a 98% chance of death is not cool. I wanted to live. I have children. I have a wife. I have a family. I'm a taxpayer. My mother prayed. Someone came to my door. I hadn't seen him in 15 years. He said, I heard you need the oil. I had no idea what he was talking about. Oil. The hell are you talking about? Magic shit. I tried it. What did I have to lose? I'm gonna die. I got up the next morning and I'd been on morphine, oxycodone, and all the other stuff I had to take. Zofran for my stomach. It was a drawer full of medicine like this. I wanted to take a shower. I wanted to walk my dog. I had hope. I felt good. I stopped taking the poison. I stopped taking the morphine. I stopped taking the oxycodone. I stopped taking the Zofran, the Regulin, the Ativan, Tramadol. I mean, it just went on forever. I didn't stop taking it because I wanted to. I stopped taking it because I didn't need it. I got my first scan. All the cancer in my lungs was gone. I'm going to tell you that one more time. I got my first scan. All the cancer in my lungs was gone. Who would keep this from people? Who? Why? All the cancer in my liver, all the tumors resolved. All the tumors that had not resolved and shrank, and all the tumors that were micro, small tumors remained the same. They had never seen a scan like that in their lives. At Johns Hopkins. So, you see my before and my after on my poster. I'm here to tell you my story. I'm telling you it works. But that's it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
That's powerful.
Yeah. That is
Oh my
intense.
God.
Wow. That was intense.
Joan Ford, Jack, Polly Connolly, Bill Buckman, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ Perry, Roger Barber, Jay Oletto, Ella Bagelman, Hattie Koshel, Jackie Rickert, Anthony, Jake, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Marine Vet Sean McKay, Joyce, Lori, Frank, and Honeybee. The show is yours.
And the last person is my son, Michael Dillon, who passed away from seizures. And cannabis was the only thing that took them away. He always had to try different pills because they would only last for so long. But cannabis is the only thing that worked all the time. Granted, he did have to take care of himself, get enough rest, not do things that would cause triggers. But when he was on RSO, he didn't have any seizures. And the side effects of cannabis are like night and day. From pharmaceutical to cannabis, totally different. He didn't like the way the pharmaceuticals made him feel, so he didn't take them. And he had a lot of seizures, and that actually shortened his life. And when he was alive, cannabis was not recreational here. It was medical, but it still was not cheap, and especially for, a young man like him trying to live on his own in Oregon, where it's expensive to live. It was difficult to maintain his medicine. So, if everyone can give 10% of money, cannabis, something to help others, it will make a difference in everyone's life. Just like, Lefty will take any donations right before his surgery. You need that too.
Yes.
You really do. You need help.
I got suppositories.
How's that going to work out?
It worked out great. I took 3 suppositories, and I fell asleep in the MRI machine.
Nice.
Yeah, I was asleep, snoring in the MRI machine. It was great. I took 3
And
suppositories.
how long was it?
How what?
How long was the actual scan?
30 minutes, and I took an edible too.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had hundreds of milligrams in my blood, hundreds of milligrams. I was on the rotisserie, on the pot rotisserie.
Nice.
And it worked?
Yeah, it was great.
That just made me feel like warm. Just got me like really happy. The little things in life.
In the mouth, in the butt, in the mouth, in the butt. Yeah.
Cannabis everywhere. Yes.
It's great.
Wow.
So give 10% to someone in need. Makes a difference.
It sure does. There's a woman.
Hashtag they shall, oops,
they
go
shall
ahead.
grow, but there's a woman in Pennsylvania who needs some cannabis. Joni Marie Santos. She's in need of cannabis. I don't have her address, but yeah, I got to put her address out there. She needs something. She needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hashtag they shall grow.
Hashtag they shall grow.
Hashtag they shall grow.
They shall grow.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember.